I'm starting to think I might bet on the Bucks.
Nope. Let me talk you out of it, Big Cat.
Wait, let me first say this.
Past Cat.
No, hold on. Let me first say this.
Told me.
I know. I want you to talk me out of it. But let me first say this. The quote, the tweet that I saw, Tom Brady has had the house to himself with his family out of town. It'll be 12 days of preparation alone. He said he's never had that much time to prepare his mind and body before. The more film I watch, the more I understand. That got in my head, and I was like, wait, what? He has how much time? He's never had this much time? Uh-oh. I'm starting to like the Bucks.
I don't like that. It takes him out of his rhythm. Aaron Rodgers hasn't had his family in his house for years, and look where that got him last week. So
he donated $500,000. I hate him, but he donated $500,000.
I like the Bucks, but I love the Chiefs. So this is you from the past.
Yes, no, I know.
Here's past Cat. Here's past Cat.
I know.
Here it is. Hey, Dan. I'm sure the diet's going really well. I know we agreed that
it hasn't started. Yeah.
Listen, Dan, I know that you're looking really nice and slim. The full beard is looking great. You haven't shaved that into a mustache, and I think that you should bet on the Chiefs because don't be a fucking idiot. We bet on them. Remember with the Bills, and then you said that if you bet on the Chiefs again, you have to bet on the Chiefs. If you don't bet on them, you're going to get smoked. You're going to feel like an idiot.
But what about Eric Fisher?
Andy Reid is going to get a double cheeseburger if he wins. He said he's got a double cheeseburger.
I know. I saw that.
That's a big carrot on the end of a stick.
I do love the attack of the olds for this Super Bowl. That the big storyline is like, hey, you want the young shiny head coach? Well, guess what? Bruce Arians and Andy Reid, they can still get it done.
Yep. Yeah.
Might also be because they have really good players on both of their teams, but they're both good coaches.
I want to see Bruce Arians give a speech after winning the Lombardi. I think that would be great.
He'd have a cocktail in his hand before he got to the stage.
He would do an ice luge down the Lombardi trophy. He'd put it in the freezer for like 5 minutes after the game was over, bring it back out with a bottle of probably something cheap like a Sky vodka. And by the way, can I just go off the rails real quick about Sky vodka and how much I hate Sky vodka?
Sure.
It's always marketed as being like a fancy fucking vodka.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the cool blue bottle. When you try to drink it, it tastes like piss. Anyways, that's probably what he did.
New Amsterdam vodka is the only vodka we drink.
Absolutely.
We are going to do all of our props on Friday's show, and we will hopefully get some new props. I already know we have one new prop in the Barstool Sports book. It's going to be the Scorigami, but I wonder if we get a prop for the Gatorade bath, like plus $1 million. Bruce Arians gets dunked in like I don't know, gin and tonic.
Yeah, or at least have like a couple lime wedges, giant lime wedges on the side of the Gatorade bath. Yeah.
I could see it. Bruce Arians be like, "Listen, boys, if we win this game, I want just dunk me. I'll do a keg stand. I'll do a handstand into an enormous Jack and Coke."
He'll be like Landfill from Beer Fest, except they're going to put him into the Gatorade cooler, but it's just going to be filled with like a kamikaze.
Yes.
And he's just going to suck his way out of there. But I think don't overthink this.
I know, but
the only thing that concerns me is COVID.
There's so much time.
The COVID concerns me because they've got is it Demarcus Robinson and one other guy.
And Kilgore, the center. But that wasn't COVID. That was close contact, which usually the guys are able to still play. Credit to the NFL for still pretending that they're doing COVID tests. That is more than I expected. Mm-hmm. I expected them to go straight to, oh yeah, everyone's positive, or everyone's negative, without testing anyone. But apparently they're still testing.
What do you think would happen if Mahomes and Tom Brady both came down with COVID this week?
Nope, nothing, absolutely nothing.
They'd play the game or they delay.
They would play the game and we wouldn't find out. Like they could both have it right now. We wouldn't get a single word about it.
And Tom Brady's in a high risk group too.
Yeah, he's it's such a weird Super Bowl week because I saw a picture of like Radio Row. There's no one there. There's a few people who are down there, but even Tampa was like 50 degrees. Everyone was complaining about it, but you didn't get the full complaints.
I know.
So it didn't feel, because imagine if it was a regular year, you get 40 degrees on a Super Bowl Monday. People are pissed. Adam Schefter would be complaining on Twitter about how there's a snowstorm in Dallas.
Pete Prisco would be wearing like 7 scarves at a time. You couldn't even see the top of his head.
We can't even get complaints about the weather. This is such bullshit.
Yeah, at the very least, could we at least get some like Sochi Russia style complaining where they're in Tampa all by themselves in a hotel? Like I want to see wolves walking through the hall. I want to see people complaining about the faucets not working correctly in the bathrooms. We're not getting the full vibe. We did get a little bit of the vibe from, I think, the guy from the LA Times, Sam Farmer. He tweeted out yesterday, last time the Super Bowl was in Tampa, we got the boss. This time it's in Tampa, and we get the weekend. And he was complaining about it. And it's like, yes, it's strange how some things at sometimes are different from how they are at other times.
But we had the boss.
We did have
the
the
weekend
boss.
was like, what, 15 years old last time that it was in Tampa?
Yeah.
Damn. What were you going to say, Hank? Or you're going to bet the Bucks?
I'm 1,000% betting the Bucks.
I'm betting the
Not
Chiefs.
a doubt in my mind.
I'm betting the Chiefs. I want it on the record. I'm betting the Chiefs, but I'm being honest with our audience and telling them that throughout the week, my brain is going to bounce back and forth. And right now, I'm in a real Bucks mood. I'm going to end up at the Chiefs, but right now, I'm in a real Bucks mood.
I'm 100% betting the Chiefs. I'm probably going to put a nuclear missile on
you
it.
said Bucks.
I mean, Bucks.
See, even Hank doesn't know who he's
The
betting
only
on.
thing that I've been wrestling with in my mind, because we're traveling, we're going to be in Philly for it. I'm starting to pack, and I was wondering. I have a lucky vest that I only wore for
I
the
don't think you
playoffs,
can.
the Patriots playoffs, and the 3 Super Bowls. I wore the same vest every time, 3 championships, and I'm wondering.
Nope.
Does that? Can
Nope.
It's my lucky
No.
championship.
It's a Patriots vest.
It is.
But who did you bet on in the NFC Championship game?
The Bucks.
I thought you bet on the Packers.
No,
Absolutely
he bet on
not.
the Bucks, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. For some
What
reason,
did you
I
wear
thought
during
bet
the
on-
losses? Also the vest?
I've worn the vest too, but it's one more than it's lost.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's like when I need a Tom Brady win, I throw this vest on.
But here's the problem.
Should I bring it? Like
Here's the problem. I think
good
that
juju.
Yeah, but if you have if the vest wins, if the vest gets Tom Brady another Super Bowl, I think you've now erased all powers for the vest for the Patriots. It's now a Tom Brady vest, not a Patriots vest.
I might be okay with that. I might just frame it, just put it on the wall, and be like, all right, we got 4 championships out of this
I
bad
guess
boy.
If you're gonna unload on the Bucks, I guess you probably have to throw everything at it.
That's what I'm
right?
saying. It's like I have to wear something, and like this vest, it literally sits in my closet. I don't bring it out except for like when I need it.
Here's what you
and
do.
I need it.
You bring the vest. You obviously bring the vest, but you don't put it on at the start of the game. If the Bucks start to win, you leave the vest off.
Yeah.
If you need to change up the vest mojo, then boom, you've got the vest of destiny.
Right, don't waste the vest because maybe the Bucks will win on their own.
Right.
You don't need it. What Billy's about to bite his fist. We need those fists for Friday night,
No,
Billy.
I was just wondering.
Talk to the mic.
Does Hank
Put these
think?
headphones
Does
on.
Hank think that it was Belichick or Brady? And
Oh,
how does that apply to the
That's
vest?
a discussion that hasn't
Combination
happened
of
before.
Both. It's the whole team.
What's your
yeah,
take?
Billy, what
Where
do
do
you
you land
think?
on it?
Well, where's Hank land though?
Who won the
Yeah.
breakup, Billy?
Tom Brady, of course.
Why? He hasn't won anything.
Did you guys see
Not
the
yet.
report too? The Gronk, the most Gronk thing. This is what sucks about not having Super Bowls. We get the stupid stories, and we're not there for it. And it feels like some of the stupid stories aren't coming out because there's just not enough like media around digging for. All right, it's Wednesday. What the fuck am I going to write about now? Oh, I'm going to go visit Hulk Hogan's house where he got illegally taped by Bubba the Love Sponge and like do a report from there. But Gronk had there was a report that Gronk in the offseason, the Bucks wanted to make sure that he was staying in shape, and they would make him send videos of him sprinting, and he would just change his shirt so he did all his workouts in one day.
Yeah.
And then just kept on sending them on different days.
I mean, that is the genius of Rob Gronkowski.
the Bucks don't have metadata.
If
If
I were a coach on the Bucks and Tom Brady Gronk sent me one of those, first clue that it's fake is like there's no chance that Gronk is wearing a shirt at all to work out. Something's amiss. Now, if he had gone shirtless and changed the shorts, that would have fooled me.
Yeah.
But like if I'm watching Rob Gronkowski work out on a high school football field in the summertime and he's wearing a shirt, something's bogus.
Yeah,
Red
and
flag immediately.
he also definitely sent them a video like when it was raining all day and it was sunny.
Yeah.
He didn't go that far.
What do you think? Have they announced the uniform colors?
Yes, the
That's big.
Bucks are wearing red.
Fuck.
Right? No, yes. I think the Bucks are
Let me
wearing
triple
reds.
check.
I don't like that.
Triple check.
I don't like that. If
What did the Chiefs wear last year? White?
Sheets were red.
they were red,
No, so they're wearing red. Chiefs are wearing the same color they
Okay,
wore last
stay
year.
on the
I
Chiefs
think
then.
that's correct.
Yes, yeah. I remember it was just the same as last year.
Yeah, Bucks white.
Okay.
That's good for Tom.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why?
They always win the Super Bowl when the Patriots are wearing white. Yeah.
Did you see the stat that Tom Brady is 6-1 against animals and 0-2 against 0-2 against non-animals in the Super Bowl? Chiefs aren't an animal.
No.
Giants
They're a
would be the
machine.
0-2. What, Bubba? Yeah, I know. It's 6-1. One loss. One loss.
Once I read the quote you read earlier, I
know
I was
that
already
quote,
I was
dude.
already at peace with my pick, but that
Dude.
just made me think it's going to be a blowout.
That quote, Tom Brady is not like us. Like, if I had 12 days to prepare, I'd be preparing on day 11 and a half. I would be like, ooh, sick. I got 12 days. I'm going to sit in bed and scroll on Twitter for 11 of these 12 days, and then I'm going to start focusing on the big game. Tom Brady is actually probably, that scared me. That means that he's going to uncover something that he never saw, and it's going to come out in like the fourth quarter, and then Peter King's going to fucking masturbate onto a piece of paper being like, Tom Brady found this in hour, 746 of sitting in his Tampa, Derek Jeter's house by himself.
Yeah.
Super Bowl week. You can see that happening.
Yeah, and Peter King, except he just intro it with, Tom Brady called me on my phone 15 minutes after the game was over and told me this. He always has to toss that in there.
That same phone that was funded by illegally stolen hamburgers. Peter.
That's very true.
Pete.
Yeah, I'm still
It's
not
scary.
I'm still not going off the Chiefs, but it is, yes. You're
No,
right.
I'm not.
You're right. It's scary. It's scary to think about, and the white uniform stat, that actually scares me a little bit more. My brain has flopped twice in the last 30 seconds because I can't picture the Chiefs winning Super Bowl not wearing their red uniforms. So if the Bucs were going to be wearing red, I was going to be more inclined to bet on them. But now that I hear the Tom Brady stat about him always wearing white, winning Super Bowls, that makes me want to flop again. I'm staying with the Chiefs.
I am too. I'm being honest with everyone. I even said this last week when I said I'm going to bet the Chiefs, and I was like, listen, I'm going to go back and forth. Good thing is I'm going to take the over no matter what, even though it looks like there might be rain. But who cares?
That's fine.
Who cares?
No one cares.
I think it's supposed to clear out beforehand, so I love looking at forecasts 7 days in advance and being like, I totally know what's going to be happening on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the storyline, and I'm surprised nobody's talked about this yet. The Tyrann Mathieu Bruce Arians connection, about how Bruce took the chance to draft Tyrann because back when Bruce was in school, he got kicked out for partying a little bit too hard. And then he's like, this guy, this honey badger reminds me a lot of me back in the day. I did see the storyline of Bruce Arians, the greatest Russian quarterback to ever come out of Virginia Tech over Michael Vick. But I need more of that content of Honey Badger. I feel like the Honey Badger's been a little bit overlooked this season.
Yeah.
And he's like my favorite. I think he's my favorite defensive player in the NFL.
Yeah, he's I mean, the Chiefs' defense overall has been overlooked. I mean, I know that the Bucs' defense is statistically better, but the Chiefs do have that vibe of like when they need it, they still have like Chris Jones. You put up Chris Jones against pretty much any other defensive player in this game, which is crazy to say, but it's like, yeah, they might have the best defensive player in the game. Obviously, it's up to debate, but Chris Jones is that fucking good. So we'll do the whole preview. Prop bets, everything on Friday. Friday we will have a Hall of Famer on the show and also Jose Canseco. So that will be a great show. It's going to be a great show. We're going to be in West Virginia. Billy's ready. The other story we got to talk about real quick, LeBron James versus Courtside Karen. So LeBron James. Now, Billy, I tasked you with this. I know you're busy, but apparently LeBron James, how it went was he called this guy who was sitting courtside who was talking shit, old steroid ass, and then the guy's wife started screaming at LeBron and got kicked out, and then afterwards was like, I'm defending my man. I can just tell you I did a deep dive on her Instagram just so that I would be prepared for this show.
Yeah.
I don't really like her.
Why?
I think she might have a little bit of, and I don't really like him either. His Carlo Daddy was his Instagram name.
Yeah, so
I don't think I like them.
I'm a little terrified of her.
Yeah, I don't think
She
I like them.
scares me. And I'd also like to throw a flag on Courtside Karen. I mean, we can embrace debate on this. I think she's more of a Becky than a Karen. I think Courtside Karen, if you tack like a extra 20 years on her and like give her bangs, then she's a Karen. Right now, this is textbook Becky.
The difference is Courtside Becky yells at LeBron. Courtside Karen tells the security that LeBron was calling her husband a steroid ass.
Yes.
So that's the big difference, I think. So yeah, I agree with you there. I don't know. I don't know if I'm down with like their whole vibe. They seem interesting. She's 25. He's whatever.
This isn't his first time going viral.
Oh,
Chris
really?
Carlos, yeah, there was a picture of
Carlo
him,
Daddy. Please get him right.
with a different woman who was his girlfriend at the time. It was the Hawks cleavage post. It was just a girl with her cleavage out.
Okay.
Anyways,
nothing better than seeing boobs
Yeah.
on like courtside or front row. You're like, whoa. I didn't expect boobs there.
Wait, I'm mixing sports with boobs?
This
Like
is the
I
second
usually
time.
go to.
We should start
I
a
usually-
website around
I usually
this.
go to UJIS for my porn, but boom, I'm just tuning in the game and then there's boobs.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
And that was a different era of the internet too, when somebody could actually go viral just because there were big boobs,
Yeah, boobs.
courtside.
Yes.
I mean, the headline is just massive cleavage on the sideline at the Atlanta Hawks game.
That's all you need.
Alert,
and
red alert.
I want to. Oh,
Lenny Dykstra
oh wow,
smashes
those
that
are
like
boobs.
button.
Those
Yeah.
are boobs. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at the picture, confirmed for everyone who's wondering. Boobs.
So Billy sent this to me because when the story was breaking, Billy was like, "Oh, I'm checking out this guy's LinkedIn right now. It's sweet." And I looked up Carlo Daddy's LinkedIn here. It just lists all the different country clubs that he's a member of. on
Yeah,
there.
I think he's one of those guys that you don't want to fuck with because he's richer than rich could be, but no one really knows why or how. There are those guys floating out there, and they all kind of look alike. The spray tan, the alleged steroids. That's by LeBron, not me. I didn't allege that he did steroids. The wife that's like 40 years younger. They all kind of have that vibe. What are you gonna say?
He wouldn't need to do steroids if it wasn't for the women he dates.
Oh, you
Being
think
so
so?
much younger. Yeah, he's just trying to keep up with them.
He also has. I think he went private on Instagram, but I looked at Carlo Daddy this morning, and he had. He actually robbed Gronkowski a picture with his own son, where he was. It was like a picture of him reading with his son, and then like a week later, it was a picture of him reading with his son, but he's wearing the same shirt. So I think it was just
Okay.
one session.
Either
of
his
reading.
son completely lacks drip,
Yeah.
or it was just taking the same sesh. Yeah.
But he had a bunch of fish that he caught shirtless.
Yeah.
So credit to Carlo
Well,
Daddy for that.
This was the biggest mind fuck for me when I looked at the couple. I was like, "That's got to be a typo." This game was absolutely played in Miami. This is a Florida couple.
Yes. Well, no,
that
they
migrated
are,
north.
They are. If you see her Instagram profile, I think it says Atlanta/Miami.
Atlanta airplane, Miami airplane.
So,
Yeah.
what steroids?
TRT and a little bit of HGH, but I don't think it's the good stuff.
Oh,
Because he's loaded, but I don't think he's like Jeff Bezos loaded, where he can get the real good stuff.
so how did you come to the conclusion with TRT? His biceps? What was it?
Well, his
Nips are always a
company, his
giveaway.
Republic National Distribution Company, has relations with a anti-aging clinic. And
Got
that's
it.
usually what
Asian
they're
clinic?
throwing out. Yeah,
Like xenophobic.
That's fucked up.
anti-aging,
Asian.
Oh,
what are you
aging
saying?
clinic. I can't.
What do they have against
Anti-aging.
Asians?
Aging.
Oh, okay.
Ageists.
All right. We disavow anyone who's anti-Asian
Of course.
and anti.
Ageist.
No, we
No,
should
we-
disavow
no, we-
anti-aging too.
we
Aging
PFT and
is-
are
ageist?
pro-Asian.
Ageist. No, I'm
Yeah,
actually on
PFT has
Friday
his
night,
own
I'll be
anti-aging
ageist.
clinic.
Yeah, it's just inside my own brain looking down at my body. How many people out there think that I'm actually 27? I think a lot of people.
you're
I think,
28.
28.
sorry,
You
I
turned
forgot my
28.
birthday.
You turned
2
28.
times.
I think
AWL.
we've actually
Yeah.
spoken that into existence. Where they're, I got a lot of people being like, "Man, you look like shit for 28." Which, yeah, I do. Sorry, I live a tough life.
Well, it's better than whatever I get when everyone's like, dude, you're only 36? Well, that fucking hurt my feelings. Thanks a lot, guys. All right, so TRT and HGH.
I think these are.
This
younger
is alleged
versions.
by LeBron, by the
Yeah.
way, not by us. LeBron called him an old steroid ass.
I think they're a young version of Gun Couple.
Takes one to know one.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think LeBron was projecting a little? Methinks the lady doth protest too much. I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know. So whoever smelt it, dealt it.
What do you think that guy thought when Jeremy Lin played on the Hawks, knowing his
His anti-Asian stance.
probably boycotted games?
Did Jeremy Lin play for the Hawks?
Yeah,
Jeremy
I think
played
so.
everywhere.
Yeah, he probably played everywhere, I
Yeah,
guess.
he played
He
everywhere.
was definitely on the Hawks for a year.
All right, let's do Hot Seat Cool Throne. We're brought to you by our friends
2018.
at what? In when?
He was on.
2018,
2018. There we go. Hot Seat Cool Throne brought to you by Coors Seltzer. The big game is right around the corner, and everyone's pumped not only for football but the commercials. Coors wanted to create the most refreshing ad of all time, so they're bringing it to a place no big game commercial has ever gone. Your dreams. Coors has been working with world-renowned dream psychologist Dr. Deirdre Barrett and a team of visual artists to make it happen. Coors conducted an experiment where participants watched a refreshing, trippy 2-minute video and then fell asleep to an 8-hour-long relaxing audio soundscape. Crazy enough, it actually worked. They actually dreamed refreshing Coors. So Coors wants all of our listeners to go try it for themselves. There's nothing more refreshing than Coors Light and Coors Seltzer, except maybe a really good dream. So the Coors Dream experience is available now. Go to CoorsBigGameDream.com to experience the first big game commercial that you have to fall asleep to watch. Watch the virtual dream stimulus from the comfort of your bed and dream your way into your very own big game commercial. Coors wants to hear about your big game dreams. Share them at Coors Light on social media with the hashtag CoorsBigGameDream. And go to CoorsBigGameDream.com. Also, if you're watching the Super Bowl, which you will be, why don't you grab a Coors Light, which is the coldest beer out there, or a Coors Seltzer, which is the coldest seltzer out there, and also helping out the rivers of America. So, only drink you should be drinking responsibly for the Super Bowl, and you should also go to CoorsBigGameDream.com right now, CoorsBigGameDream.com. Check it out at CoorsBigGameDream.com. Experience the first big game ad that only runs in your dreams. Celebrate responsibly. 2021, Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, and Fort Worth, Texas. Okay, hot seat, cool throne. Hank.
My hot seat is the stonk market.
Not good.
Bad day.
I'm still holding.
No, you're not.
AMC, I am.
Oh,
It's not going well.
I'm holding everything.
It's not going well.
I
You
got
only
some
lose
AMC,
money if you sell.
and I woke up. I was upset this morning, and then I looked at a 6-month chart, and I realized that when I bought, it was at the very high, which it was never ever that close to being ever before, and probably never will be ever again. So I have no one to blame but myself.
Yeah, I actually I bought more this morning, so that was pretty stupid.
I had that thought too. That's why I looked at the chart. I did some
Yeah.
the line. You can just look at the line. It's like it doesn't seem like it's gonna go back up, but who knows?
Who knows? You know what? Who knows? Do what you want. We're not
need Elon.
financial
We need to hack
advisors.
Elon.
Elon needs to do a tweet, although he said he was off Twitter for a while.
Right, and
maybe because his fucking
Dave
spaceship
bought
exploded.
out that was my other hot
soon.
seat.
Oh, sorry.
Challenger.
Well, I was thinking about putting it on the cool throne. I'm not gonna do that though.
Well,
Okay.
good news. Good news. Are you still holding on Doge? Because Doge is still up 600% from when I bought it. That's no 8,000% like it used to be.
I got a lot of Bitcoin, a little bit of Doge, and way too much AMC.
It's just I think
Do what you want.
People thought it was a revolution, and I think
It
people are
was. It
is.
realizing
It's
was
a
more of
revolution.
a fad.
The revolution's not over until you say it. I'm like the 70-year-old hippie that won't stop doing drugs.
It turns out that starting a revolution is very hard.
Yeah,
Very hard.
no,
it's funny.
'Cause you gotta have everyone fall in line.
Starting one's easy.
Yeah.
The finishing one
yeah,
is tough.
getting
Yeah.
one to a completion. What were you gonna say?
You don't know what to do once you're inside the Capitol, you know?
Fuck. Go back up AMC.
Right.
Just do it.
And
Someone said you bought a glorified snack bar. That hurt my feelings.
My cool throne is Canada.
Oh yeah.
Canada, great place, great country, great
Okay.
everything.
What-
You mad that Biden won?
No, I
What's
just
going on?
I love
See
Canada.
you later.
I was just thinking about how great Canada was and
Why-
how much I love and
what's
appreciate
the line? What's your
our
angle here?
Canadian stoolies.
What is
Loyalist.
going on? What's up?
Nothing's
What's
up.
the play? Play Barstool has a Canada
Hello
thing?
there.
Well, actually, now that you bring it up, Big Cat.
Okay.
A lot of people have been
Here we
asking
go.
when can you play Barstool Canada,
Hey,
and
got it.
starting today you
No
can.
one asked.
I got a question for you there, Hanky.
Yes.
I'd like to put some wagers on the stool streams. Is that even possible for me up here in Manitoba?
Well, you can now, Gordo, and you can bet on Billy football in the Rough and Rowdy contest on Friday.
I say no way, Jose. No way, sir.
No way,
Pick,
Jose.
not bet. It's free.
Pick. It is free.
Yeah,
It's
come
free.
on.
But you can
Hank.
win real money.
$0, you can win 25,000.
25,000
Not bad.
loonies. That's
Yeah,
a
I actually
heck
don't
of
know
a
what
lot
the
of
conversion
syrup.
is
That's
there.
crazy. All right, PFT, what's your hot seat cool?
Well, my hot seat was going to be hands because their hands are getting
tiny hands.
paper tiny hands. Alex Smith hands.
It really sucks for the guy who sold and also does have like extremely small hands.
yeah.
That's gotta really suck.
You probably have to be thinking like it's my fault.
Yes.
If Drew Lock sold his fucking AMC
No,
stock this
thank
morning.
you. Yeah, David Carr, Derek Carr,
My cool
both
throne.
of the cars.
My cool throne is Staten Island Chuck because
Yes.
everyone's favorite groundhog predicted that we were going to have just 2 more weeks of winter.
Done.
So we're done. We're done. Winter's over. We're in the middle of a blizzard right now. Tropical storm or winter storm Ursula or whatever the fuck this is.
That's what's called.
Get out. It's got a name. They just make up names to get ratings now. That's how they get you.
Fuck Punxsutawney Phil. That guy sucks.
He does suck.
He's
And
such a piece of shit.
Wasn't
little
he surprised
bitch.
to anybody that Jeff Lowe knew the name of the off-brand Punxsutawney Phil?
Yeah.
Staten Island Chuck.
Staten Island Chuck is a real one. I like
He
him.
is.
I fucks with Chuck. I fuck with Chuck, and I want to punt Punxsutawney Phil to the moon.
Yeah.
Right with my Dogecoin.
Bill de Blasio, go down to Punxsutawney. You take care of that.
Well, that was the thing. Is
Only thing
De
he's good
Blasio
for.
dropped Chuck
that's
a few years ago.
Killed
That's what I'm
last
saying.
year.
Yeah, He killed him.
Yeah, he died
Yeah.
after. That's why.
So
that's
it's a
why
new
he's a
Chuck?
shithead. Yeah.
So it's a new Chuck.
That's why I'm
New Chuck.
saying.
That's why we
saying
hate
De
Bill
Blasio down there.
Winter Storm Orlena.
Orlena, yeah. Ursula, Orlena, whatever. What's the difference between a woodchuck and a groundhog, by the way?
No,
Nothing.
Nothing?
There you go, Billy.
Really?
Exactly the
You
same.
feel real.
Well, what about
confident.
It's like
beaver?
saying it's like a cougar and a puma.
A cougar is okay. A cougar and a
And a
Well,
cougar, a
Courtside
puma,
Becky is a puma.
a cougar, a puma, and a mountain lion are all the same thing.
Okay.
And
And a
panther, too.
dog.
How are they different than a beaver? The beaver and the woodchuck.
Beavers are huge.
What's the difference between a dog and a cat?
Beavers
Uh-huh.
are
I stumped him.
no.
Stumped his
It's a
ass.
stupid question. Beavers, if you saw a beaver in real life, they're like way.
Yeah.
They're not like rodent sized. They're like actually huge.
No one
Huge.
thought they were.
Big
Like
old
no one
beaver.
thought they were.
that
rat
beaver was a
size.
seismic
No,
cat.
dude. Like people think, oh, beavers probably like this big. Beavers are
No, I thought a beaver's like about as long
No.
as you're thinking the
No.
tail.
How big is a beaver?
bigger than a dog. Like around the dog
How many
size.
pounds?
Depends
I'd
how old
say
she is.
30, 40.
Yeah, that's what we all thought beavers.
No
were.
one.
Wait,
thought
no, I didn't think a beaver was 40
American
pounds.
beaver ranges 24 to 71 pounds.
Okay.
71
71 pound beaver, bro.
That's what I never thought a beaver was like a rat.
Yeah, but you thought it was like maybe like bigger than a squirrel. This thing's huge.
No, I thought a beaver was like like a small dog.
71 pounds, that was pretty big.
Yeah.
That's about where I thought a beaver landed.
I
Okay.
guess you're looking at different beavers than I am.
Yeah. Listen.
Beavers bigger than you think.
Oh, nice, Billy.
No, I wasn't.
You
even.
like your beavers bigger? I saw a shirt the other day that was what was it?
Or did you see that?
Bigger the fupa, tastier the chalupa. I like that.
Shout out Chris Christie.
Shout out Chris Christie. All right, my hot seat. Well, my hot seat was gonna be Punxsutawney Phil. Fuck that bitch. My cool throne is EA Sports and the return of NCAA video game. The best day. I haven't seen the internet universally love something more than this game returning. It is so fucking great. It is going to take like 2 or 3 years, which who cares?
That's the most college football thing too, to like schedule this 3 years in advance.
Who cares? It will get here soon enough. Like you just set it and forget it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like this was a monumental day. This was a great day. It felt great. And then you'll just forget that it happened. And then in like 2 years, be like, hey, guess what? Next month we get the video game.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. It's so much better than Madden. Madden stinks now.
Yeah.
I played the new Madden.
Gonna bring, if EA was smart, they put Doug's in the game.
Put some codes in there.
And thanks to Darren Ravel for that nice backhanded comment, which I'm not taking any credit because it's the likeness rule, but he tweeted, I hate to say it, but I'm like, why did you have to
What did he
hate
say?
He was
said, "I hate
he was
to say
drinking
it, but-"
pissy Cheerios today.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but Big Cat was like monumental in bringing this game back. It's like, why'd you have to say you hate to say it?
Yeah, he's
Fucking dork.
still bitter that what's her name left him. Leslie. He still hasn't tracked her
Yeah,
down yet.
3-year-old Leslie.
But wait, is this going to be the same game? Because I saw some rumors out there that the first thing that stuck out to me after being excited about it was it's not called NCAA football. They called it college football.
Works
So
for me.
are they still going to have like University of Notre Dame? Are they going to have?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. That's yes.
They're going to have the
Absolutely.
official.
Yes.
Or is it going to be like
No,
DeVry?
no, it's all the way back. It's all the way back in that respect. I hope it's not like Madden though, because Madden they've made it's too hard to like move everyone and
Yeah.
the game kind of sucked. They should just update whatever the 2014 version. Just make it a little bit nicer.
But I'm worried that since they're changing the name, it's not going to be the same.
No, I think the whole reason why this is coming back is the likeness deal.
Okay.
Is because they actually can do this for real now. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. Great news. It really was. I don't remember anything being like applauded unanimously on Twitter. We got to find the one guy who's like, "Fuck that game." Probably some dude who's yelling about GameStop right now who's like, all these millennials are going to just waste their life away playing video games and trading stocks.
Wait, so shouldn't the stock have gone up for GameStop, knowing that the most popular video
You'd
game
think
ever
so.
was going to be coming out?
Unfortunately, no.
Those old bastards at the hedge funds don't know entertainment.
Billy.
My hot seat is Jose Canseco. I'm going to skull fuck him with my fists.
Yeah.
But also, hot seat, Amazon, Jeff Bezos just stepped down as
What?
CEO, which is kind of weird as fuck.
What?
That's just, anyway.
Something's coming.
Yeah.
Something's coming.
My cool throne is pranks and boobs. A bunch of pranksters went to the Hollywood sign and replaced it with Holly Boob.
That's
It's just
sick.
funny.
I love
That's
that.
awesome.
Wait, say it again.
Hollywood, the Hollywood sign.
Oh, Holly Boob.
Yeah, they put boob
That's
with the
awesome.
W
That's really
and the
funny.
D.
It was the chick, the Julia Rose Flash at the World Series chick.
Ah, those are
Oh.
nice boobs.
Just found her lane. Yeah.
Why is Bezos stepping down?
I don't know.
Were people?
Hot
Are there
seat.
like business
seat.
people who are like, yeah, if you didn't see this coming, you're not following business. Well, guess what? I'm not.
He's
so
going to focus full time on developing more dogs, more robot dogs that are going to kill us all.
He's going to take over the world.
Oh, and
That would actually be a boss move. Like I'd respect that.
Yeah.
If Jeff Bezos is like, I'm stepping down from Amazon to take over the world.
Mm-hmm.
See you bitches in the third fiscal quarter.
just Cool Throne Quinn Mears. He posted a video dunking, which is sick at 300 pounds.
Okay, nice. Nice.
Billy respects mass.
All right. Did you have anything, Jake?
Yeah. Hot seat France. The Olympic basketball schedule came out, and U.S. plays France first, so they're gonna beat the crap out of them.
Can we please put Vince Carter on that team? Just for that
Yeah.
one game. Just so
Yeah.
that he can teabag another 7 foot.
He's definitely in shape enough.
And then Cool Throne Vince Young. He's returning to Texas. He has
I saw that.
forget the exact role, but not a coach. He's
Dude,
back.
dude around.
Yeah, he's basically had
Yeah.
that role at Texas for like 3 of the
I
last
think he was
5
a coach
years.
when they brought him back.
No, they always come up with a new title for him. He's like quarterback.
Special assistant in athletic department.
Yeah,
Mhm.
quarterback in emeritus.
Yeah, that works.
Emeritus.
That's like the best thing that's the best job to have if you're a legend at a
Yeah, you're always
school.
welcome.
Right, exactly.
Bagman.
Why would you say that about Vince? Recurring guest.
Sorry.
Very rude. Before we get to Cousin Sal, I was thinking about eating healthy this year.
That's a
PFT.
lie. Well, no, that's true. You were
I'm thinking about it. Could
Yeah.
you help me out, please?
If you're trying to eat healthy, I highly recommend HelloFresh. They actually make it super easy. The worst part about trying to eat healthy is some days you get home from work and you're like, you know what? I just feel like ordering a pizza because it's easier. Well, with HelloFresh, you're going to get fresh, pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes right to your door, so you can skip the trips to the grocery store. It makes home cooking super easy, super fun, and it's affordable. Best of both worlds. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh cuts out stressful meal planning and grocery store trips so you can enjoy cooking and you get dinner on the table in about 30 minutes or less. So in the time that it would take you to order a pizza, sit there, wait for it to arrive, and get it onto your plate and into your belly, you can actually make a homemade fresh meal with good for you ingredients that will help you out, help you eat healthy, help you eat fresh. Eating healthier has never been easier with low-cal, carb-smart, vegetarian, pescatarian options every week. And no matter what you choose, every single recipe is packed with fresh produce sourced directly from farmers. PSA for all you folks out there that are thinking about getting in shape this summer, now's the time to think about it. If you want to have abs this summer, HelloFresh is the way to go. That's not in the script. That's just me telling you that. If you want abs, you're going to have to eat HelloFresh. Otherwise, it's going to be more the same, more heavy carbs, more heavy fat, and you're going to be like, man, I really wish I had done that diet back when PFT told me to at the end of January, early February. So get started with HelloFresh right now. They're going to help you out. They're delicious. I love HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com/PMT10. Use the promo code PMT10 for free meals, including free shipping. So you get free shipping and you get 10 free meals. 10 of them. Go to PMT10. Use that promo code at HelloFresh.com/PMT10. HelloFresh.com/PMT10. America's #1 meal kit. And now, here's Cousin Sal.
Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest. It is Cousin Sal. He has a book out. The book is You Can't Lose Them All, Tales of a Degenerate Gambler and His Ridiculous Friends. Cousin Sal, it's great to have you on. I want to thank you first and foremost for not sending us your book so we don't have to pretend that we actually read it.
Right? It's just easier this way, right?
Yeah, you're the first person I think we've ever had on who's pitching a book that didn't even attempt. Like, you didn't even ask, like, hey, what's your address? Let me send a couple. No. We're just going to pretend, that we're going to read it someday, but everyone else should go buy it.
You got me back by sending me the Zoom link to this interview 45 seconds before we started. So I guess it's tit for tat, right?
Keep you on your toes. You're the king of pranks.
Why don't you just describe the cover for us? Because that's all we were going to read anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the cover is me giving away my baby, losing a blackjack hand. But everyone is confused. They think the baby is being handed to me by the dealer, and not looking at the cards. So already I can't get off on the right foot with the cover. But yeah, that's it. That's all you need to do.
That would almost be worse if you lost a blackjack hand and your punishment was here. You have to raise this child.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, we need to look into that.
Are there pictures in this book?
Yeah, I was thinking. I was like, God, I have so many damn pictures. Don't people rather see pictures than read? Reading is terrible, right? It just sucks, and I don't recommend anyone begin with my book. But yeah, I had like 4 pages of pictures, and there's like 6 on each page, and I'm like, why don't we do 20 pages of pictures? And they're like, oh no, that's not cost efficient at all. So yeah, sorry, you just get to see my big fat grandmother playing the slot machine. So that's that.
I also see that you have the forward by Jimmy Kimmel. So credit to you for going outside your circle for that one. Huge.
You know, my agent met him in Aspen, and they hit it off. And I was like, hey, can you call in a favor? Yeah, no, it was one of those things where Jimmy would have been very upset if I didn't ask him. But yes, he did a good job slamming me left and right.
And he had you on his show for the first time, right? It's been like 18 years, and he finally invited you on. What's up with that?
I've been doing pranks for him forever, and even on radio before then. But it was, in fact, the first time I sat down and got interviewed by him for like 6 minutes. We ended up cutting out like 2.5 minutes worth of inside stuff that made him cringe. But I think what was left was decent.
So speaking of the pranks, do you walk around the offices of Jimmy Kimmel Live and everyone just flinches?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, over the years, I've had my certain, now with everyone's very touchy. So I had about 6 or 7 marks that I can continually go back to. In fact, I once did a no prank in which the cameras just followed me around.
I remember
and people were flipping out because as soon as they saw them, and like I'd have a piece of pizza just to give to my friend Brad, who like kicked it out of my hand and he got nuts. I imagine it's like that at your office too. Just a lot of shenanigans.
Yeah, I heard that you're the sober guy, so you don't drink, you don't smoke, but you hang around people who do, and then at the end of the night, they're easy marks for you. That's kind of bullshit. That's kind of batting practice.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not, it's not totally selfless. Like I have too many vices. I eat like a slob and I gamble. And what if I drink? Like I don't know. I want to stay alive another 6 or 7 years at least. So it's mostly because, and I'm not fun when I drink either. But yeah, I like to have my wits about me.
I'm told that at one point you threw a piece of ham across the room and hit Dave Damashek in the face. Just like sniped him, absolutely drilled him with it. Did you intentionally choose ham, or did you think about going for like a harder meat like a salami?
You know, it's funny. I did have an assortment of cold cuts, and people were sleeping on a plane, and I thought that was, you talk about rude, and I think you got to be up, you got to be awake and aware, and yeah, I went down the rows and threw assorted salamis at people, and Dave got the ham. Lucky for him.
Usually when we have guests on, I'll look up old tweets and mean things that I said about them. But okay. I got to give you credit because I went to try to find it, and all I had was from 2014. I wrote, how the hell did Cousin Sal end up on SportsCenter? That guy has a dream life of just being a guy.
Oh.
That's nice.
That's not terrible. Right?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Like, and I actually, you just said it. I mean, I think that we might be cousins because the way you described it is like, I don't really drink myself. My vices are eating like a slob and gambling as well. Do you bet on all sports? Because I know you talk NFL all the time, but are you actually gambling on college basketball every night? Because that is the best/worst sport to gamble on.
It's terrible. And are you guys nervous about like the next 6 weeks? Like we're in the dog days, right? Like before the NCAA tournament to the Super Bowl. I mean, I hate that. I hate that. I have to do podcasts on this for hours and fill time and pretend that I care about if LeBron's going to win an MVP or not. But yeah, I bet everything. I bet hot dog eating contests. We're with legitimate books now that don't recognize award shows betting and hot dog eating contests. But yeah, I'm all over the place with that stuff.
When I was in the hot dog eating competition, I cashed the over for everyone for 11.5.
You did, right?
Yeah, in the Nathans. I love this time. I disagree with you. So that actually,
really?
I'm gonna maybe pull your gambling card there. I think February, when you're betting like Providence versus Marquette and 19-year-olds are trying to make big decisions with 30 seconds left and teams foul and then they stop fouling and then there's no rhyme or reason, I love that stuff. That's my favorite.
All right. You know what it is? I think I'm just so depressed that football's over. It takes me a couple weeks to rejuvenate, and it doesn't really start until March. When you which hot dog eating contest was? How many years ago was it?
I was in Nathan's in 2015, 16. PETA attacked me with fake blood, covered me in fake blood.
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I think I wrote a terrible tweet about you then. Let me look it up. Let me see if there's a no, I didn't. I bet that hot dog eating contest, and I bet that exact one. I bet Joey Chestnut, who obviously won, right? I bet that the winner would have under 72 and a half hot dogs consumed. ESPN is showing 64 after 10 minutes. I'm celebrating finally. I bet something. You have to bet baseball this summer. It sucks. I win, and then that carnival barker idiot interviews him afterwards, and he's like, 64 hot dogs, it was enough, not your best. And he's like, actually, they forgot a plate. I ate 74. And they're like, 74, a new record. I'm like, whoa. Wait a minute. They're not going to check this? Really? That's it? You could just say whatever you want?
See, yeah, you should have. I think you started following me a couple years ago. You might not have been following me back then, but I was backstage with Joey Chestnut, and I was like, what's the deal today? Like, how we feeling? And he said that the humidity was perfect and they were fast buns. He said that exact quote, really? Fast buns, which I didn't know that was a real thing, but apparently it is. So he kind of called his shot backstage. He's like, yeah, today's the day. Like, it's not too hot, not too cold, fast buns. I already see them. So, yeah, you should have done your research, really. That's your fault.
Oh, damn. It's so funny because I do research on stuff like that for like the anthem, the length of the anthem in the Super Bowl is going to be over or under. And I've actually had tips before from publicists who represent certain singers, and they're like, oh, it's going way over. The rehearsal. Yeah. There's 6 people in this rehearsal. She went for it, and it ended up being bum advice. So I don't even know what to do anymore.
That was bullshit a couple years ago when the singer sang the word brave twice, and then they stopped it after the first time she ended the word brave. That's the type of thing, like, how do you appeal that?
It's the most controversial of all the Super Bowl props because not only what you just said, where the start and stop with Brave, but also you're depending on the network and the director because oftentimes they'll cut to the fighter jets overhead while the performer's saying Brave. And you're like, all right, was that 4 seconds? Was that 11 seconds? I have no idea. So it's a good one to stay away from.
Well, not to out-degenerate you here, Cousin Sal, but like this is pretty much my book. I should have written this book. But I actually, before Barstool Sports book, I sing the Rough and Rowdy. We have a fight league. I sing the national anthem, and they put out a line for it, and I made sure I held all the notes as long as possible so everyone could cash the over. And then they stopped doing that forever. They're like, we can never do this again.
Yeah, that's it. That's good thinking.
Well, at least this February, there's going to be FCS football. So people forgot about that. They delayed their season until the end of the FBS, and so we're gonna get like James Madison. We're gonna get like all the New England schools and the small ones. So we're gonna be able to at least have football on Saturday afternoons to gamble on. It might not be what you'd want to be betting on, but it should tide you over. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'll take that. I do feel with this is different because it's college. You're right, but I do feel with like the fringe leagues that they try to start up in the spring. I get excited, and then like 1-2 weeks in, I'm like, who the hell am I even rooting for? There's not even a he hate me to latch onto.
Yes.
But, yeah. All right. I'll try to get February going.
So what's your worst beat of all time?
There was one I had Oklahoma State money line, ridiculous money line. They were minus 17, so it was on a parlay, it was like minus 3,000, but I needed them to cash over Central Michigan. And it doesn't get worse than this. Tell me, Mason Rudolph has the ball up 4 with 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. How do you lose that? He threw a pass that was deemed grounding. Somehow Central Michigan got the ball back and came down on a crazy, 75 lateral play. And I lost. And I don't know, can you beat up 4 with the ball in fourth quarter and 4 seconds left?
But that's Maction. When you get MAC schools involved, that actually isn't even a bad beat because MAC schools will always have that random thing happen to them.
Yeah, that's true.
Those Tuesday, Wednesday night games, when you watch them, it's the unexpected. I almost expect that to happen.
You're right. They should take those games off the board. It's almost unfair.
All right, so that one. Any other big ones? I mean,
the hot dog eating contest I mentioned, there are dumb ones. I bet La La Land. I mean, the worst beats are the ones where you're told you won and you lost, right? I bet La La Land. I had on a 4-leg parlay with best actress, supporting actor, director. I just needed La La Land. Jimmy Kimmel, my cousin, was hosting the Oscars. I'm backstage, and all of a sudden, 3 producers with ponytails, men running around scared. They're like, oh, whoa, there's a problem here. So while Kimmel and the writers are celebrating a job well done, I'm like putting my fist through a wall because I got my La La Land win taken away when they gave it to Moonlight. So that's a bad one. I had the pass interference one. I had a lot on that Saints-Rams game. When they make a rule whenever they change a rule because you got screwed, I think that's a bad beat on the pass interference. Then it became reviewable, and then it wasn't. What are some of your guys? It's tough.
Well, real quick, was the Oscars, was that just a Jimmy Kimmel prank? Was this like an elaborate ruse where he was just fucking with you?
I looked around. Believe me, I looked around for the lipstick cameras, and there didn't seem to be any. And to this day, I still wonder.
My worst was the Utah versus Duke game in 2015 in the NCAA tournament, and they brought them back out to shoot free throws. So it's kind of like what you're saying. Right. When it's over, I had Utah plus, 5 or 6. If I go look it up, it's funny. I'll look it up just to remind myself sometimes. And then all the stories that were written are just my tweets embedded, just bitching about the refs and being like, this is a travesty. I can't believe this happened. That's when you know you got a bad beat, when it's just you just relive yourself through the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, and also think about now you can live bet events and games, right? So what would the live bet line be on Utah after you basically won? Like you basically wouldn't have it, right? You wouldn't be able to live bet the other side. So to me, those are the ones where it's 0% chance the other way, where you could start kicking and screaming.
That reminds me of a game that we play on this show every week. We call it What's the Spread? Mm-hmm. So do you want to play some What's the Spread with us? We'll do some Super Bowl props. We'll do some prop bets.
Okay. So you tell us. We're going to – no cheating. And PFT's going to say it, and then you're going to say what's the spread.
Okay,
all right.
A safety to be scored.
Wait, hold on. I don't think you understand the rules. Do you get the rules?
I don't know if I get the rules. I've been doing this exact bit for 13 years. But I get it.
What's the spread?
What are you talking about? You've been doing What's the Spread?
What's the Spread is a much catchier title than Guess the Lines. But yeah, What's the Spread is
Guess the Line.
What are you talking
about? Why would you ever call it Guess the Line? What's the Spread?
Talk about Academy Awards right now. What are some of the props you like? It's early for this. I feel. Have you guys figured out how you've done in Tom Brady Super Bowls? Because I think I'm 2-7.
Well, I had the over in the Rams Patriots Super Bowl. That was one of my finest moments. And I still, you know what? I remember while watching that game, I was like, if they could just get one touchdown either side, this thing will break open. And then it ended like 13-3 or something. So
yeah,
that was bad.
That was it.
I definitely had the Broncos against the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. That was a tough one. Mm-hmm. But at least it was over quick.
Off the bat.
Yeah. At least it was over fast.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't betting on him or against him. I have trouble with Brady. Like I said, I think 2 out of 9. I definitely had Atlanta, and it was worse than losing just 28-3. I had 3.5. I bought the hook. So even if the Patriots pull off the impossible and go to overtime, I could still win if they kick a field goal. But no, right down the field and running play to score.
Well, there's always a thing too. I guess it's different this year because Brady's on the Bucs. But there was a thing at the end with the Patriots where it was a double loss, because if you went against the Patriots and you lost, you would feel extra dumb because everyone would just reply and be like, dude, how'd you go against Brady and Belichick? Like, that's what I bet on them against the Titans when his last game as a Patriot, because I was thinking to myself, sometimes you'll bet things where you'll say, I just don't want to look stupid. And then sometimes, like Sunday night, we both loved the Bills. And boy, did we look stupid. Like everyone just trashing us on Twitter. That's a look stupid when you bet against Patrick Mahomes only giving 3 points. You look back and you're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Right, but which is the look stupid side, right? You bet against the better team, which is obviously the Chiefs, or betting against Brady. Like, oh, that's stupid. Why did you bet against Brady in the Super Bowl? So I don't know. I just don't think he'll embarrass himself. If I can get 3.5 and they're down 9 in the fourth, we got a shot at a backdoor cover or something, right?
Yeah. Well, just give me a lock on the coin toss. You bet the coin toss? You have to bet the coin toss.
By the way, forget about whatever your company you're affiliated. They now have heads.
It's called Barstool Sports. It's not hard to figure that out.
No. I'm saying, in general, people forget about where you go. But You could bet heads or tails, or you could bet will the coin toss be picked correctly.
Yeah.
And so now I'm trying to figure out every variation of that parlay. And so I lose thousands before the kickoff.
There we go.
I go heads anyway.
I like that. I like parlaying the coin toss. That's next level stuff right there. So you can go,
It really is.
will the team pick it correctly? What is the result going to be? And will the team that wins the coin toss win the game? You can do a 3-leg parlay and get rich just on that. Yeah.
That's a third level. I forgot about that.
You also
Smart.
seem to me like another similarity between us is that you bet a lot of favorites. Like, and do you think that the people are wired like our producer Hank? He loves betting big money line dogs and just rubbing it in our face. Like he had Poirier money line against McGregor, and he was the only one. We were all at the sports book. He's the only one who had it. Do you think that it's something you're just born with? Either you're like the big balls on the table money line, plus 400 guy, or you're a scaredy cat like me and you parlaying a million favorites hoping it hits?
No, I parlay a million favorites, and it's basically, and I'm not going to say I'm better than this at anyone else, but I've been bitten the ass a lot. I feel like all through college I would bet underdogs, and they wouldn't cover or they would lose or something, and I'm like, you know what? These teams play to win games, right? So I'd rather have a good quarterback on a big money line parlay, Oklahoma State aside. But I'd rather parlay like 4 or 5 of them together over a Saturday or Sunday and try. They're all trying just to win. They're not trying to win by 6 or 7. So I would do that. Otherwise, you're rooting for some shithead quarterback on an inferior team in the fourth quarter to score a touchdown to bring it within 4 or something.
Do you ever get involved in the really stupid ones, which admittedly I like to do this sometimes? You bet that there won't be a safety, and I think that pays out like minus 1,600 or something along those lines.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't think of too many examples. That's an excellent one. The one thing about the safety is they don't adjust that. They don't. It happened like twice in 3 years. The Super Bowl you talked about, right? The Denver right off the bat, the high snap, and there was a safety. There was another one, when Brady got called for intentional grounding. That was the only call ever against him in the history of the sport against the Giants. That was a safety, and they didn't change it. I don't know what the odds are. Was it like that was for first score, though? So I think that was like 35-1. It has nothing to do with algorithm. They keep it at 35-1, regardless if it happens 5 times in a row or never. So, but to answer your question, I'm all over that stuff.
I mean, that stuff is the fun things to like bet on, just especially the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and if it's happened so often recently, it's not going to happen again. I know that's not at all how probability works, but at least in my brain, that's definitely how it is. It's like the safest time to fly is right after a plane crash.
Fact.
That's right. That's how I think. I think even a smaller sample size. Oh, the underdog covered in the NFC Championship game. The Chiefs are going to dominate now, right? It's stupid to think that way, but I've zigzagged so many times before.
No, they're all related. It absolutely is true. They're all related. The wild card round this year was a perfect example. We have a friend who's a big Steelers fan. And I was, before the Bears game started, I told him, if the Bears lose this game, the Steelers are going to lose because one of these favorites has to lose outright. So I was like, this is going to happen, so you better be rooting for the Bears to win. Otherwise, you have 0% chance. I absolutely believe in that stuff.
It's ridiculous that it works out that way, but if you look back in history, that is exactly how it plays out.
What did you think about the Nickelodeon game? That's one that I bet on the Bears when I was watching it. And it's like insult to injury when you're getting slimed and losing a bet at the same time.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was in the Nickelodeon thing for like 20 minutes, and then I'm like, I want to hear Romo. This is nice for kids, and I get what they're doing.
You would want to hear Romo.
You like Romo?
He named his son Romo.
With you?
You like Romo?
Oh, this interview is about to end abruptly. Yeah, I'm friendly with Tony Romo.
Oh, yeah. Great. Can you tell him to just fucking chill out once in a while?
Why? Who did he root against?
He didn't root against anyone. He's great at explaining the game. It's when he makes his sounds, when he does the I don't know, Jim, and he just gets super, super like excited. That's when we're like, hey, just let it breathe a little, Tony.
Hold on, you are going after someone for being excitable, showing emotion, and analyzing a game? Well, this is really what you're doing?
Too much.
Lays it on a little thick.
It's called letting the game speak for itself.
Let it breathe.
Yeah, let it breathe. Let the Joe Buck lets you now. You can hear the crowd. You can feel the ambiance. He lets the moment speak for itself. Sometimes Tony Romo will interrupt the moment.
Well, Joe Buck is a play-by-play guy, and he's I don't know. I feel like the $10 million paycheck leads me to think that he might be doing the things right.
I also you think Goodell's doing a great job too because he makes $40 million.
I actually do. Yeah.
Oh,
I think
really?
he's doing a good job. Yeah.
What about Mike McCarthy? Are you of the mindset like you're just lining up the next coach already? Or if Sean Payton, we haven't had that rumor going in a while that Sean Payton is going to move to Dallas after this season, New Orleans. Like, are you all in on McCarthy like Jerry Jones, or are you like, get this guy out of here?
You know, I'm going to cut him some slack because whenever the starting quarterback gets hurt, although things didn't look promising, those first few games when he was there coaching wise, but I'm such a Jason Garrett hater that I need this guy could do crap for 2 years and I would be fine. I really would. But boy, that you talk about, there's a lot of coaches who've been trampled for not going for it on 4th and 1. McCarthy's the only one who went for it this year and got crap for it. It was 4th and 12, that Thanksgiving play, which I'm still sick and vomiting up cranberries from. But the game may have passed him by, but I'm willing to give him another year.
Yeah, and I mean, I was out on him, and then he started smashing watermelons.
Dude.
And then all of a sudden, the entire season seemed to turn around.
That was bullshit, Sal. You know that. Like, as a gambler, my 2 biggest bets I probably lost this year were when the Cowboys decided to smash a watermelon before the game, and then they came out and looked like fucking Super Bowl champs. That shit's not fair from a gambler's perspective.
I don't like it at all either. I don't know what to tell you. Don't bet the Cow. I have like 24 teams that I can't bet anymore, and the Cowboys are one of them.
We had Jeffrey Ross on the show a few months ago. It might have been a year ago. Do you think that you went too far in the prank war?
No. What he's the roast master general, and all of a sudden there's rules. There's some kind of a brochure we have to check for rules in terms of pranking and jokes and roast. No, I think it was great. He had the lowest combined score ever for a dancer. Why did he believe me when I told him he was safe? That's what everyone should be focusing on.
Yeah, he was crushed. Like when we brought it up to him, you could tell he was still kind of hurt.
It took a good 6 months. Did he tell you the whole story, like how Tom Cruise had to bring us together? Cruise was at Kimmell's house and watching football, and we did it basically like a trial, and we both pled our case. And he's like, why don't you both just grow up already? And his mother was involved and everything, and it was weird. But yeah, back then, like, Kimmell had the heads up as to who was going to be kicked off of Dancing with the Stars because he then had to interview them an hour later. It was like a prerequisite for ABC. So that's why Ross was reaching out to me, and that's why he believed when I said he was safe. But like I said, he was a terrible, terrible dancer. Why he thought he had a chance is beyond me.
What's the setup like at Jimmy's house on a Sunday? Do you guys still do that?
Well, we took a break this year. Actually, we're at Corolla's warehouse now, and we haven't in the last few weeks because of all the craziness with the virus. But he has a warehouse full of classic cars once owned by Paul Newman, and outside of that area, he has a giant screen TV, and we split it into the 8 boxes, and we watch. And he makes us rewind commercials, and then he analyzes the commercials for 43 minutes, and we end up behind watching the games. It takes us 14 hours to watch 6 hours worth of games, but it's a lot of fun. Who's
the biggest jinx there? Who's the guy who will either be the biggest mush, or the minute he starts talking about, how his bets are doing, everything reverses?
It's probably my friend Brad, who is he's our age. He's like 45 years old, but behaves like a 12-year-old. He shows up with all kinds of candy from 7-Eleven and like Tiki Punch. And he's basically got the same bets as us and rooting him on. And then he'll like crash at like 11:30 in the morning because he's all hopped up on sugar and we don't hear from him. And miraculously, like you point out, our teams start doing well until he wakes up again. And then it's downhill. But yeah, he is mush from Bronxdale.
I love that you guys have kind of just collected a bunch of guys out there. Like your group of friends, it's like the West Coast Adam Sandlers, where it's like once you're in our group, we're just going to have you around because we like hanging out with you, and you'll be involved on camera stuff, off camera stuff. Who's the weirdest guy that you've collected?
God, that is so tough. Probably there's Brad, there's my friend Harry, who I met in college, and he really stepped up my gambling game. We used to bet. We got in bad with the local bookie, but luckily the guy also ran the rec league, 13-year-old basketball. And and he liked us. So he's like, you guys could ref basketball games if you want. We'll pay you $6 a game. And I'm like, great. I would still be reffing the games to try to pay off the hundreds of dollars. It could have been millions. It didn't matter. I didn't have the money. And so Harry and I are reffing. And then we got bored and we started betting each other on the games that we're reffing. And so there would be like phantom travel calls and everything and charges and foul. And the parents were getting mad. Like oftentimes they would follow us out, and we didn't have a car. They followed us as much as they wanted to walk, because we're walking home after the games. And eventually the bookie's like, all right, we're not doing this anymore. We got fired from that.
So this is a real question. Like, you've had an incredible career, working with your cousin Jimmy. You've done SmackDown. You have the podcast with Simmons on Mondays. What is it? What's the key to you being successful at what you do and being the guy who, I read my tweet, like just being a guy? Because I think there is something to it that even though you've had all this success, you're a very relatable guy.
I think it's the same with you guys. And I watch you watching games, and you have the feed, and you're nervous watching games. Like, I try not to be anything that I'm not, I maybe don't win 50% of the time, right? I'm not going to go out there and tell people, follow my picks. I win 59% of the time. You'll clear 14 units. Like, that's nonsense. You get like these stat heads and you put them on TV and it looks like they're shooting like a hostage video. There's no personality and it's just not real. It's just like, I like what you guys do. I like what I do. I sit there, we bemoan our losses. We talk about it on Monday, like, oh, we got crushed. Like, yeah, I don't know. I also think people want to hear about losses more than they do wins, right?
Yes.
Because it's more in their lane. And it just, it rings true for some reason.
Yeah.
Also, people just love feeling smarter than us, and so we give them ample material to work with on that side. Like, you don't want to watch somebody on TV and feel inferior to that person. If anything, you want to do the exact opposite, where you're like, that guy's an idiot, but I'm going to tune in to watch how dumb he is.
Right. Exactly. I think there's something to that too.
And owning your losses is big too, because there is a lot of people on TV. They'll try to call their shot, and then they'll pivot, and they'll be like, well, I wasn't really wrong. I think it's funnier when you, like, I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to lose. I lose a lot. But for instance, back to the AFC Championship game, PFT had Mahomes in the hospital and I had the Bills winning by double digits. So then when the game happens, we could not have gotten it collectively more wrong. And I think people enjoy that a little bit, even though I didn't enjoy losing the bet. But it was kind of funny watching everything we predicted go the exact opposite way.
But you know what's great about that? And I came to a come to Jesus moment about it just like last week. I'm like, for the most part, you could be wrong 7 weeks in a row and people will still listen to you. You could yell and scream about week 8, about the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, even though you came off a terrible prediction. It's like, wow, you're not gonna for the most part lose listeners or viewers as a result, and we're in a pretty good business in that regard.
Yeah, that's true.
You work with one of my favorite musicians. I guess you can call him a musician, singer of all time, Dickie Barrett from the Bosstones.
Yeah, he's the best.
Can he turn the voice on and off? Because I know he's the announcer, and when I hear him announcing for the show, he doesn't have that. He doesn't do the thing where he's like gargling his entire throat while he's saying it. Does he just have a switch that he turns?
You know what's funny about that? In the beginning, many years ago when he started as the announcer, he would do it. He's like, "And now, Jimmy Kimmel." And our agent, James Baby Doll Dixon, said, "Baby, you can't do that. It's late at night. People are trying to fall asleep," which is a weird advice to give, to someone who's starting people trying to sleep during this talk show. But Dickie was insulted, but then realized that was the right call. And I think it saved his voice. I mean, he actually lost his voice probably in 1993, but it saved what was left of his voice for a while. But yeah, Dickie's a great guy. A lot of fun.
So I haven't seen you tweet in support of the Ringer Union. What's up with that?
Good question.
Son of a bitch.
Well, I got another gotcha question for you. One of your, I guess you'd call him a coworker, constantly, I guess you could say he appeals to the dumbest, most ignorant people on the planet Earth. And I'm just curious if you ever get sick of Russillo talking about weightlifting so much.
I love it. I love the misdirect.
What are you talking about?
No,
we're
What
talking
are you
about
talking
Russillo.
about? We're talking about
Well,
Russillo. He's a good friend of ours.
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, who were you
I'm
thinking?
about to shoot Fox Bet Live. I really thought you were going another way about it. Rachel Bonetta.
No, yeah, I know, and we know Todd Furman. He's a straight shooter.
Russillo's fine. Good enough guy. I would tell you a couple things about the other one that you were alluding to.
Who's that? I don't know who you're talking about.
Right.
Matt Damon.
Okay.
Yeah, Matt
It's
Damon.
Matt Damon.
Do you hang out with Matt Damon routinely? Are you just like hanging out with him?
No, not routinely. I've gone to a couple concerts with him, and he's been to Jimmy's house and pro wrestling. It is kayfabe. That it's not true. They don't hate each other as much as they lead on television. But good guy, Matt Damon. And I hate all the Boston stuff. Believe me, I've had enough of all the Boston people. But he's a good guy.
What's the most star-studded like Sunday afternoon at Jimmy's house? Like, was there ever a moment where you looked around and was like, "What the hell? There's this many people here, like, and they're all A-listers?"
I think it was that day that Tom Cruise was there. I think Affleck. There was a Super Bowl where there was Affleck and Damon and a few others. But the Tom Cruise thing was really, really nuts. It was. He's not. Everyone was showing off in front of him. Corolla has this touchdown dance. It's now since been replicated, but he does a thing where he's pretending to read a newspaper and then drops a football from his anus. And so I think we've kind of seen it, but I swear to you, Corolla brought that into the zeitgeist like 25 years ago. And he auditioned this for Tom Cruise and his mother. And I don't think they knew what the hell to do about it. Yeah, they didn't know what they walked.
Wait, it was Tom Cruise's mom? Tom brought his mom to the Super Bowl party?
She was there. Yeah. Tom Cruise's mother was there.
Oh, man. All right, so I know you got to go in a minute. So You Can't Lose Them All is out now. Go buy the book. Forward by Jimmy Kimmel. Not that's not a name drop. That's just who wrote the forward. So give us this on the way out. One tip that you give in the book that you didn't send to us that we're never going to read. And then one Super Bowl prop bet that you've already got, circled.
Yeah. The tip is don't hedge.
Hedging's for gardeners.
Hedging's for gardeners. But I go through like 4 steps of what people, like if you're a homeless man, you find a ticket for $10,000 on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, like maybe collect enough cans so that you could hedge that way. But otherwise, don't ever do it. It's not worth it. It's just another extra bet that you're going to lose. Super Bowl prop, Kelsey first touchdown. That guy's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I mean, you go over 7.5 receptions. He has 8 with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. So he's getting shovel passes, bowling ball passes from the 2-yard line. I like that at 7-1 or 750.
I like that as well.
That's good. What about color of Gatorade? Do you lean one way or the other?
It's funny. They don't have clear listed, but orange and red, which used to be one color, is now split into 2 because of the uniforms. But I go clear. People are showing mercy on their coaches lately, and they're pouring water instead of the sticky stuff. So if you can find clear, go for it.
I'm just gonna wait till there's some rumor. I feel like the Gatorade every year, come Monday or Tuesday of Super Bowl week, there's some rumor of some guy who knows some guy who's on the practice squad who's like, we always use this, and then just go opposite of whatever that ends up being. Something will always, like blue. I think purple last year ended up being even money. It's like, how is purple even money?
Yeah, it was a hot tip.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, right. Oh, no, that was the Prince year, though, right? The Prince is Kobe and Prince, right? Or something?
No. Well, I don't know why last year. Last year just happened. Like, I had so many people hit me up, be like, hey, heard purple.
Yeah,
I actually think we had something to do with that because we spread that rumor. We got like enough DMs from people. And then I think we asked.
There's
Greg
no
Kimmell
better thrill than to move the line on nonsensical takes, right?
Mm-hmm.
It really is the greatest.
So watch the line bounce for clear.
Yes,
we'll keep an eye on that.
Yes. All right. Go. Well, Cousin Sal, this has been a thrill, man, and now you have to come back on whenever we ask.
I would love to. I enjoyed this a lot. Thanks, fellas. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, man.
Cousin Sal was brought to you by our great friends at Shady Rays, one of our favorite companies. They are the makers of the PMT Grit sunglasses. They are the makers of the glasses that I'm wearing right now. The glasses that I wear every single day are Shady Rays. They also came out with these new ski goggles, which are sweet. I've never been skiing before in my life. I'm going to go. I'm going in like 2 weeks, and you better believe I'm bringing the Shady Rays kit with me. I'm probably going to fall down a lot, probably right on my butt.
Nah, you got this.
Skiing or snowboarding?
Ski.
If I'm skiing, I'm a cop.
Yeah, no,
right?
no.
No,
don't
you should
snowboard.
ski.
Ski?
Just
Hit
pizza.
the slopes?
Yeah.
Pizza?
French fry.
French fry, pizza.
Yep.
Got
you
it.
got this.
Okay, so Shady Rays is going to be there with me, protecting my eyes on the slopes. I'm wearing them right now. The best part about Shady Rays is you can get a pair of great sunglasses, high-quality, polarized shades. I'm talking about the feel, the look of a very expensive brand, but for a fraction of the price. With Shady Rays, there's no need to overpay for sunglasses that don't hold up through your day-to-day activities. The shades are built to be as comfortable as they are durable. You can live in them, adventure in them, do whatever, because they will always have your back. They've got an insane warranty. It's actually insane. They replace your shades if you lose them or if you break them for any reason. They're going to hook you up with a replacement pair of sunglasses. If 2021's anything like 2020, you're really going to appreciate this warranty. If you drop them in an ocean, in a lake, anything, Shady Rays is going to replace them with a brand new pair. And best of all, they're all polarized and they start at just $45. So if you're a daily commuter and outdoor enthusiast, you're going to love these shades or your money back. And they donate meals. I think 10 meals to fight hunger with every pair that is purchased on their website. So check them out. They've got that great deal is back, the 50% off. Use promo code PMT at shadyrays.com. Get 50% off 2 or more pairs. That's buy one, get one free, redeemable only at shadyrays.com. Promo code PMT for 50% off 2 or more pairs. Go to shadyrays.com.
Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest, former MLB player, manager, World Series champion. It is Ozzie Guillen. You can go listen to Ozzie on the La Vida Baseball podcast, Being Guillen on La Vida Baseball podcast. Now, Ozzie, we're going to talk a little baseball, but we got to really get down to why we have you on. Our intern, Billy Football, is sitting in the middle of us right now, is fighting Jose Canseco on Friday night. You tweeted at us multiple times saying, if Billy wants to beat Jose, we better have you on so that you can help us. So, is this real help? Are you Team Jose or are you Team Billy?
Well, either way, I'm good friend Jose. First of all, I was teasing around, but I know how you can beat them. You have to move around. You cannot fight with him toe to toes because you might get killed. But you move around, you're going to have a better chance. And obviously, when you see Jose personal, he will intimidate you. He's the type of guy who will intimidate you. But I see Jose over YouTube and a couple of videos about fighting over the seas and all that stuff. He's just a hot maker, I don't think he know how to fight, but he don't know how to survive.
Oh, yeah, I like that. He's a fighter, not a boxer. Well, Billy's in really good shape right now. Have you ever?
It better be in good shape because I know, not because what you post on Instagram or whatever is trying to intimidate you or whatever, but I think mentally you have to be prepared to know exactly what you want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jose, he just going for one thing. I know he just say that. He say that. I got to knock him down, and I got to knock the next round. I got to be Alex Rodriguez. That means he go for the big one, for the big punch. I think you move around. You know what to do. Just make him run around you because he won't try to hit the target. I think you can come up with a lot of success. Jose. Believe me, Jose is a guy, when he put his mind in something, I see a lot of his I don't say movies, a lot of stuff, life. This guy's always going to be the best in anything he does. Obviously, 98% fail. Good percent when we play baseball, he did is what he's supposed to be doing. To me, one of the time, Jose was one of the best players in the game. I went to a couple All-Star game with him, and I see people walk to the ballpark just to see him. And that's why I would say, but after that, fighting, you got to grow with that. You got to grow with, you're not going to fight just because make money or make famous. And you move like Mayweather, and you stay away from like Muhammad Ali, I think you had a good chance to beat my man. Is whoever I say, I will take the winner. I will take the winner, and just to see Jose's reaction. Jose is just so stupid about winning. He asked me say when and where. I said okay, this is not a golf game. Can you give me a couple of strokes and what a win? If Jose Canseco go down at least 100 pounds, I will fight him with one hand. But obviously, I'm 57 years old. Man, I'm not gonna say out of shape.
So
I grew up in the street. Jose not grew up in the street.
Yeah, he did.
I grew up in the street in Caracas. I know how to survive. Jose just want to throw punch and hopefully can hit you and knock your ass out.
Oh, so you're saying that Billy might have the mental toughness to beat Jose?
I think so. I think so. You know me, when you say yes, I will step up in the ring with you, and I don't care what you do. And all of a sudden, Jose reply like, "The bash, man, when he get you." That's to play with you mentally, like, oh my God, because you see how's his size, and when you next one, you might like, wow. But in the meanwhile, piss him off, bro.
Yeah, I will. No,
piss him off when you talk to him. You
yes, sir.
Just go ahead and kiss. And he will be upset.
Yeah.
And he will try to change you.
I got.
He might take the gloves out and fight with you. You don't really want to kill you.
No, my question is, you say you know Jose. How the hell did Jose, lose all his money? Like, he doesn't drink, he doesn't use drugs. He's apparently so. Like, how did he lose all his money? That's the real question.
Hey, Miami, brother. Miami life.
Yeah, so
Miami.
He's
Miami.
He's soft.
You know what? Be honest with you. I play with Jose a few years. I played with him in Tampa, and I kind of follow him a little bit around. Jose is a very smart man. He might hang around with the wrong people. I'm not going to talk about wrong people about mentally, not talking wrong people about what they did in the street. I don't care. But Jose is just one of the smartest players I play with. And by the way, Jose is not a fighter, man.
Right. So how would I get in his head?
Jose is not a fighter. I see Percival drill him, and half of the team was in the middle of the field. When we turn around, Jose's still in the dugout. Jose's not a fighter.
Yeah.
I think Jose just wanted you to show him respect and love when he was playing. I don't know now. I didn't see Jose in a little while.
Would you consider him to be a bully? Like a guy who, when you stand up to him, he'll back down a little bit?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm 5'11", but when you stand up to him and say, hey, you know what? And he not for sure is right, he will back up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a guy say, I'm right, you go forward. But when he's not right, at least 55%, he will like, let me see what I did wrong, what I did. And start thinking about it, then I come up with another way. But it's very interesting. It's going to be interesting, and I'm willing. I will sit down, and I even drinking since my birthday. I told my wife I got to give permission. I too bad I can smoke in my house to get some cigars and enjoy because I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to be so awesome. I wish I can be in the ringside just to talk shit around and watching it.
I'm gonna fuck him up. No, seriously, like all things considered, I'm going in there. I've been trained for the past. I've done all the hard work. I remember you tweeting at me on a Friday night being like, I hope you're not drinking beer or anything. I've been, like turn my body into an absolute weapon for the past month and a half. Mm-hmm. So I'm ready.
By the way, I think Jose just lifting weight.
Yeah. His arms are going to be slow.
Bigger,
yeah.
And show you, how big he is. I will destroy you.
Yeah.
But boxing is not about.
I'm in a boxing shape.
Boxing is not about how big, how strong I am, how I can hit. Look, best boxer ever, Mayweather.
Tiny.
This kid is like 110 pounds.
Yeah.
They don't let people hit him, and he's making all the money. Like very smart boxer. That's why I think when you get in the ring, it's not how strong you can be. It's how smart you can be. And that happened to one of the best heavy punchers in boxing is, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson just get there, make sure you knock the ass down. But you start boxing with him, you don't know what to do. You just want to. And I think Jose got the same mentality.
Yeah.
What should Billy visualize? Like, if you were going to go into a boxing match, who would you visualize? Would you visualize like, hey, I'm going to go beat up Joe West, or like who would get you angry? Should Billy do something like that? Get that anger going up? Who's the guy that you would do that with?
If I'm boxing Joe West, I should be ashamed because that The only way Joe is gonna beat me is just eating me or something.
You can't knock Joe West out though. That neck, you like
and a
the
piece
chin
of
is iron.
Mexican, and a piece of Mexican taco.
Yeah.
But I think, you know me, be honest with you, 1 year, I have a little problem with the media here in Chicago. One guy.
Mike North. You're gonna say Mike North.
No, Mike North can hold my jobs. Jay Mariotti. You remember
yes,
Jay
Jay Mariotti.
You knew
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
talking about Jay
Yeah,
Mariotti.
Yeah, well, he
Well,
had a beef with Mike North too.
Now be careful. Jay is our senior Icelandic
No,
correspondent.
Mike
so-
North is in my body. Mike North, when I curse him out in his own show, our lady show up in Wrigley Field like, hey, man, you know, he thought it was funny. To me, it wasn't.
Yeah.
After that, we good friends. You know, I mean, we peace off and got out. And Jay, he went after me so bad. Like, wait a minute, what I ever do to you? And he said stuff about me. I get to the point in the media like, wait a minute, Mariotti's never here in the clubhouse. Why he take all that information? And I told him, I said, you're right, what you read. And I said, you know what? If the topic was personal with Jay and me, that was easy. I said, let's go to United Center for 3 rounds. You pick where to put the money in. Whoever wins, you give the money to charity. You know what? It's still on.
Okay.
If I want to do that, and I want to do charity in Chicago, I don't mind. That's the guy I will pick to fight. Even I don't know what it is. I don't know
We'll
what
host
it's
it.
like.
We'll host it. We'll host it on Rough and Rowdy. I mean, Jay Mariotti is a world-class douchebag, so we will absolutely host it. And we will pump you up. You'll be our champion.
Oh, well, you know, it's funny because I know a lot of guys in Chicago, including I know a lot of media and a lot of big sport people are going to be on it watching it. I know Michael Jordan is going to be on it watching it. I know a lot of people playing Chicago be on it watching it, and I know they'll be rooting for me.
Yes.
Because all the stuff he did. But in the meanwhile, that's the only guy I really, because I think it was like, I take a little personal, because when you're a manager of baseball or you're in the sport, you whatever media figure, nobody can say nice stuff about you all the time. But he was saying stuff like a very personal stuff. One day, this idiot saying, Ozzie Guillen was hitting on my wife before he got married. Then I say, you know, right nowadays, I will sue him. I said, first of all, I was married when I was in AA. I was 16 when I got married. I made it to the big league when I was 20. If that may say Ozzie was hitting on my wife, I don't know, maybe not, because a human being, but when he said before he make it to the big league, he know he was lying. And I don't think Jay Mariotti's wife is better looking than my wife to be hitting on her.
I like that. Yeah,
Oh,
talk that shit.
Yeah. No offense, but yeah, that's a fact.
It means he's
You're correct.
Yes.
You are absolutely
You
right.
absolutely
I mean,
are
have
right.
you seen Jay Mariotti? I don't think that he's
No,
not exactly pulling in world-class trade.
Very threatened.
Everybody see my wife. And I think personal, when people say, man, your wife still hot, to me, it's a compliment. I'm not getting upset. I said, that lady is a grandma and still hot as a girl. You know why? Because of, hey, I'm Ozzie Guillen, man. I know I'm older, but I still look okay. And she know it's a lot of, a lot of good for, but, I mean, that's why I have to fight somebody just for charity, not for, I don't hate anyone.
Yeah.
For charity, I will put Mariotti in the ring. He just beat the shit out of him.
I would pay for that fight.
I would.
be
I want to
great.
see that fight so badly.
That would be
right now.
fantastic.
So Ozzie, when I'm at the weigh-in and I'm going face to face with Jose, what should I do in your opinion?
Just go there and look in his face. And he will look at you like he want to eat you and say, you know what, buddy? I'm not a Mexican. I'm not a Cuban coffee. I'm here to beat you.
Ozzie, how should we look at Jose to determine whether or not it's actually him and not his twin, Ozzie? Because he's had his twin, Ozzie, step in for him at the last minute to box in years past. So we want to make sure this is actually Jose. How can we tell for sure that it's him?
Ozzie's smaller than Jose. Way smaller. And a little bit slower than Jose.
Okay.
Oh.
Because he always live in Ozzie's behind, you know what I mean? It's always Ozzie's body. Like, you know what I mean? Everywhere they go together. But you can see, I think Ozzie's going to have more hair.
Okay.
More hair than Jose. You know what I mean? And Jose is way more bigger than Jose. And you can see the wrinkles. Make sure you see wrinkles.
Okay, we'll do a wrinkle check. like
Rico
that.
said, make sure you know me. I said, you know what, Jose, one of those wrinkles, I got to fix it.
Oh, so you know what I should do to talk trash? I should
Punch
be
his
like, is
face.
this Ozzie? Because you look tiny.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
then
Ozzy
he'll be-
looks smaller. Yes.
Yeah, so like, oh, are you Ozzie? You're tiny.
It's good.
That's
That's
good.
good.
It was funny because
Right.
I do love them. It's funny because Ozzy was my son hitting coach.
Oh,
Some of the leagues, and I hear Ozzy talk about, and he was teaching everybody to hit the same way. And I told my kids, Ozzy, I said, Ozzy, he can be teaching the same way to everyone. I said, why? Because one guy is a punching Judy, one guy is 5'11", 110 pounds, the other guy is 6'8", with 350-pound home run hitter, and he teach everybody like that, like it was him hitting. But then besides then, I said, like, oh my God, I wonder why my kids were hitting 120.
Wait, so here's the only problem, though, Ozzy, is that I'm worried that you are too good of friends with Jose, so you're giving us advice that might backfire. How can we? Are you rooting for Billy? I need you to say you're rooting for Billy.
Well, yes.
oh,
Okay.
Why?
thank you.
Because Jose invited me to fight.
Okay.
He never invited me
All
to
right.
fight.
All right. All
And
right.
you know what's
Good.
funny? I always think the underrated guy. I like that
Yeah.
because when you're famous, everybody going to see the fight just to see Jose be the share of you
Yeah.
or get beat. That's for sure. You know that type of guy, like be posting stuff and listen, this is the way I work out, and I work out. This is my trainer. I saw this trainer. Maybe he's training about boxing, but you feel like oh my God, it's like a 190 years old guy trying to tell him how to fight. You can now learn how to fight in 1 week. You might know how to kill people boxing, punching it in 2 days, but the soon he throws few punches, just walk around with him. Just walk around and listen. And listen to the corner.
So, Ozzy, can we get you back in baseball? Are you going to manage ever again?
I wish, you know what I mean? All the summer I see so many crazy things happening in the last couple of years with the game. It's kind of shock, kind of embarrassing, kind of sad situation. Now I'm working on TV. I do a lot of podcasts with Bean Guillen. I have fun. I have fun doing it because the podcast, having me in the podcast, people think I always got to be right. And my kids is the first one to step on my throat and tell me, shut up, you're wrong. And it's an argument between the same thing with the same show we have on the air is the same show we have up there.
Yeah.
When we're eating, when we're watching TV, when I take care of Dela and little also, you know what I mean? It's just the same conversation. And we make this show, which is a conversation show. We don't have anything to topic. Ozzie Jr. come up and topic something and say, let's talk about this. When I see the topics and all of a sudden we have something left, we should talk about it. Obviously, when some topic is a good friend of mine, we had to talk about it. I do talk about it. The long I'm not lying, the long is a fact. I really got into it. Same way with the White Sox, NBC Sport. A lot of people, when they work for some company, you have to be careful what you say, when you say, and how you say it. And to me, I just got to be the long and honest and fact. That's only care. I don't care about breaking news. I'm not into that. I just say when they ask me a question, we will ask it. That's my job. But I wish I want to be managing again. Yes, I do. I do want to be managing again. It's not that.
What don't you like? You just mentioned that, the way the game has shifted. What don't you like about today's game in baseball? What is, if you were managing again, what would you change versus how it's going right now?
Well, I'm 57 years old. I've got more experience now with watching games on TV than when I was a kid managing a team. Player change, people in the front office change a lot. One thing about it, I think to me, baseball has to be equal. Thinking, you got to put everything in the balance together. It can be one is stronger than another. And both one have to sit down together and say, listen, you know what? I think about this and you think about this. Okay, let's put this thing together and grow up as an organization, not grow up as a big league team. Just not think about big league team. You talk about all organizations to put it together with the numbers and all the computer stuff, with the mentality about gut feeling, know the players, know the background. There's so many different things because people, when they work upstairs, they don't know anything about downstairs. They got to fit the people downstairs, talk to them about somebody, a player. But they don't know really those guys. And they only know the numbers and this and that, and they always pick a superstar. We got a pitch like Verlander. Okay, not too many people like the best pitcher in the game. We got to hit like Trout. I said, not too many people can do what they do. And when they follow them, I think everybody has his own style, his own way, his own mentality. Give the best player, give the player the best opportunity to have success. That's what the manager does. Leader, to me, leader is the guy, he helps everyone to be good, to compete. That's a leader. Leader is not the guy that say, I will do it my way. This should be their way. It's going to be all way or no way. And I think leadership is when everybody surround, work together, and work for the same space. When you're a leader, you want everybody to be good. You know, say, okay, I'm the leader because I got the money. I'm the leader because I got the stats. I'm the leader because I have the brains. No, I think leaders is one guy got all the stuff and put it together and work together. Just to me, leadership in baseball is like United States president. You can be the best president, but the people around you don't do it together with you. You're gonna be the worst president in the country. Same way, it's a leadership. Leadership is just try to put everything together. And nowadays it's kind of hard because they told you what to say, what to do, when to do, and because society changed, everything changed.
Yeah.
And you know, everything changed. It changed for good, changed for bad. I don't know, but it changed.
What if
now? Yeah.
What if Ozzie Guillen was made commissioner of baseball? We like to ask all of our baseball guests this. Is there like one change that you would make to the sport?
I'll go back to normal. I love the camera thing. Go by the good calls. I do love that.
Yeah.
I hate that the guy got to face three guys. Hate it because you don't know the manager is good or bad. The good managing is the matchups. Let me, okay, I got to gamble with this. I got to gamble with that. I got to make this move. And I don't like that. That three batters rules. I don't like it. I wasn't the guy. I'm not playing. I'm not in the game anymore. I wish they can, put all the stuff in the playoff. I will see a lot of more things in the playoff. I know it's not good for the game, good for the team, but it's good for the baseball.
Grow the game, yeah.
In general, because people just want to be in the playoff, like NFL, NBA. NBA, who would be the champ. But at least everybody got a chance to be there. That's one thing about it. The DH, today they come up with the DH. I think baseball is more fun with DH, and we forgot the last couple of guys who went to Hall of Fame. There was DHing, Frank, Harold, Martinez, and I mean DH is another. To me, it's another position. Before it was like, okay, the guy run the less, he got more power. Do this now. DH is to me is the position you got. To somebody need a day off or a couple of days off, you continue to have this guy in you lineup, but to rest. You don't need to be the big papi DH, the Frank Thomas DH, Harold Bain DH, just DH. I think now DH is a formula to give one more guy in the roster and give you team opportunity to rest a little bit more than the past.
So one of my favorite Ozzie lines that you would tell your team is play hard, drink hard, have sex hard. Do you think that plays today if you were a manager? That's the stuff that, like, we need Ozzie Guillen, the baseball back in baseball, because I agree that you see a lot of managers now, they do whatever the front office says and that everything's scripted. You are like a gut, go with your gut kind of guy. We need that back in baseball.
Well, it's a fan, yes. I don't know, it's a front office. They think the same way. As I always say, you play hard, you drink hard, and you accept hard, and you 2 out of 3, and you hitting 500, brother, or 750. Yeah. Nobody's hitting 750.
Yeah.
Why? Because nowadays, I don't see players play that hard. People say, wow, my God, this guy hustle. No, it's not hustle. He's played the game right. Second of all, players don't drink anymore because all the stuff, media, cell phones, wife, They don't sit together, have a couple of drinks.
All these wives these
that
days,
shit,
yeah.
you know.
Hey, I
Modern
gotta go
bride.
home. My wife's going to be upset. Before, I remember my manager, I can say names. Tony La Russa, when I was a kid. Close the door. Everybody stay here. Everybody have a drink and talk about the game.
We know Tony
Yep.
did, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I say
Keys in
that
the
is a
punch
fact.
bowl.
I don't say that's just a breaking news. No, I grew up in that situation. I grew up with G. Leland. Like, hey, let's go have a beer. I'm 21 years old. I never drink in my life. Oh God. Well, you know what to drink? Just stay here and listen to the big boys, to the Carlton Fizz, the Don Seaver, the Harold Baines, Richard Dawson, all the big boys talking about baseball. We lose a game like that. Nowadays, when I was managing, I got the rules. One day I got upset. I said, when I go to talk to the media, nobody can leave the club till I come back. And I told the security people, I said, why? Because I go to talk to the media. When I come back, nobody's in the clubhouse. I said, wait a minute. We just lost a game with nobody talking about it. You know why? Because nowadays, wife waiting for the husband. Now the kids got to go to school. We got to hurry up. And they don't have a chance, opportunity to talk about the game. They talk about something now. Talk about the media. Oh, you see what this guy posts? Or you see what this guy say?
Yeah.
Or look at the guy flip the bat. They're not talking about the real game. How to now they don't watch a game on TV. And again, they go there behind and look at the videos and waste times in the videos. They're just like, okay, how that guy get you out? Then nobody talk about it like they way used to.
Mm-hmm. So,
and by the way, nowadays I look at it, you don't see leaders. Or leader is the guy he tweet the most, send more pictures on Instagram, and be better with the media. My leader, they will kick your fucking ass. My leader, Tom Seaver, he grabbed me he told me, rest in peace, my man, because I do something stupid on the field. Jermaine died, went after my short stop because he was doing something wrong on the field. All those guys are real leaders. Like, we not play this game like this. Now they don't want it. There's no way to find. You see one of your teammates mad at you because you not run hard. Oh, you don't like me. Oh my God, I hate him. Oh, you don't like me because I'm Latino. I'm African American. I'm white. You know what I mean? Before, brother, the manager don't have to say anything because the players will take care of that. And that's a real leadership. When you know me, I was a leader of my team and I was hitting 120, 220, 250. I was leader when Frank Thomas was on it, Tim Rain was on it, Robert Ventura, Carlton Fizz. Those guys, I was blackjack. I was the leader of the team. Because you know why? Because I care about everyone with that uniform. I don't care about the guy hitting 440. You know, Frank to me was the same one. It was Norberto. I will care about everyone, treat everybody the same way. And that's what we're missing in the game.
Mm-hmm. Where do you?
That's why when I made the comment about I was glad to Tony La Russa went to back managing the White Sox. People was over me. Oh my God, Ozzie. I know a lot of people want me to be the manager for them this year. But when they hired Tony, I was like, oh my God, good. Because I think it's Tony. I don't think Tony will be the same guy as it was in 1985. I don't expect that too. But I think Tony had to bring the White Sox, what White Sox need on the clubhouse, on the field. I don't care what they do off the field, or upstairs. But I think Tony's the guy. If those guys listen to Tony La Russa and go after the way Tony go or prepare you to win, I think this ball club is going to have a lot of success.
Mm-hmm. So I'm a Cubs fan, and I know that you were lying when you talked about the rats at Wrigley. Have you been to the new Wrigley? Have you seen? What's your take on Wrigley now after all the renovations?
Beautiful. Oh my God! By the
Look
way,
at
what's the
that.
guy's name? Ricky Ricketts. I met it. I'm doing the pregame show outside the Wrigley field.
Oh, so you have to say it. Do you have to say it?
A lot. Yeah. I don't see the inside anymore because I don't like to bother people when they're working. I go to the field maybe one time, a couple times. And Mr. Ricky, when I was walking in, he said, Ozzie, look how much money you make me spend. I'm like, what? I said, yeah, you're talking so much shit about this ballpark. I said, listen, sir, I never say anything about by Wrigley Field outside Wrigley Field because Wrigley Field to me is a monument. You come to Chicago, you don't see Wrigley Field, you don't see shit. It's like go to New York, look at the Statue of Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But the best around outside right now and the past was Wrigley Field. Wrigley Field go was a party. Awesome. it was the greatest place to be. But as soon as you walk to the clubhouse or walk to the field, it wasn't very bad. And the rats, it's a fact, guys. Ozzie Guillen come up with this. Sammy Sosa and coach Porky, I don't remember his name right now. Porky come out and stop me and say, "Hey, you want to hit?" I said, "Yeah." "Oh my God, the rats in the cage is so big." I said, "I never visited the outfield. Never went to the outfield in my life, just because I hate rats. And I hate rats. Little anything move like that. I'd rather see a tiger or a guy with a gun than see a little rat."
So you never saw a rat. You just heard about rats and then decided to say that Wrigley had a rat problem.
Oh, well, when they renewed the ballpark, it was rats all over Chicago.
Well, I mean, there's rats always all over Chicago, all the
No,
alleys.
hey, no. Hey, I live in downtown all my life, and now I live in the suburb. I didn't see a rat in the last 7 months. When in Chicago, they live with me. They walk around. I just start my car, the rat, and say, "Okay, let's kill Ozzie." He's right everywhere. But in that time, it was more, in that area, it was more because when they renewed the temple, God really feel is outstanding, man. I love it. I love to go there. It's a fan. I love to go there. It's a work.
Yeah.
Ozzie, last question for me. I was just wondering, on that same vein, does Jose have any phobias like rats, snakes?
Good question,
any
Billy.
animals he's scared of?
Good
This
question.
I was going to ask this before
You know why Jose is scared to it?
What?
Inside pitch and curveball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got to hit him in the
So
chin.
no animals.
And
And commitment.
alimony.
And telling the truth.
Mostly
Yeah.
family court.
Dogs?
Yeah. And trying
Yeah,
and giving 100% without aid of steroids.
Child support judges.
All those things
Yes.
scare him.
You know, man, that's what I say. You know, what I think Jose is so smart because I have the opportunity to talk to Jose a lot. I don't know how that many he making so many mistakes in his life.
I think there's a
Big mistake.
chance he might not be as smart as you think he is.
Maybe I'm the dumb one.
Yeah. Wait, hey, one.
It's funny because
Yeah.
that's you're talking about family in the club and stuff. One day, his baby, what's his name? She's beautiful. I think she's a model right now. And
Josie.
Yeah, Josie.
He follows her.
okay, his wife, beautiful woman. She always hang around with beautiful women and stuff. And one day we coming out and just play with my kids, and her show her panties by mistake. Not like, "Oh, see you there? Here we go." She never basic instinct me. She never did. I wish she did, but she never did. She never basically by mistake. I kind of like, "Oh God, what happened here?" I think she wanted to pick Jesse, pick it up, and she got a short dress, summer dress, and I look at it. I go to the clubhouse and I start making fun of Jose. I said, "Jose, pink polka dolls." And "What you talk about?" "Oh, pink polka dolls." Nothing. I know. I said that next day. I say, "Did you see the pink polka doll like I did yesterday?" I go, "What you talk about?" I said, "Well, your wife by mistake. She was playing with the baby. I saw her panties." And he wanted to kill me. I said, "I want to kick your ass." I said, "That's easy to kick my ass, but I just told you what I just saw."
Mm-hmm.
By no mistake, by not, be stupid or wow, But I just want to get him going.
Yeah.
And not because I just saw that. I just want him to be mad at me, and he did. He did, but you know what? I will take that, guys. I thought Jose was very smart. I think I am the dumb one.
Yeah.
So,
No, you're smart.
that's a good one.
Hey, do you still last question for me? Do you still hate Nick Swisher? I love that feud.
I never hate Nick Swisher as a human being or as a guy. I did it. I hate him as a player. Yes.
Okay, that counts. Yeah.
No, I never say. I hate him as a person. I hate him as a player. Yes, because he do so many things in our team we never see that before, and that's not coming from me. That's coming from a lot of guys in the clubhouse. Even our general manager on the field. This kid was on the field was horrible. Golly, what a But off the field, great guy. He got his own life. He don't care about anyone. He just only care about Nick. But when I make that comment, it's just because I care about Nick, what Nick did on the field. But on the field, I don't know. You do whatever you want to do on the field. I think on the field, this kid was great. He was good friend of my son, Ozzie. I think it was married or dating somebody in that particular time. Was just spending a lot of time in his house. I know when Ozzie Jr. spends in somebody's house, you drunk next day. The next day you hung over.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I guarantee you that. No, it's a person I like him. It's a person I don't really bother me. But it's a player. When he played for the White Sox, I don't care when he played for Cleveland, New York, Oakland A, whatever he played, they might have better. Hopefully, they have better view than me. Nick Switcher is a baseball player.
Yeah.
Wait, we make a mistake, man. Nick Switcher went to New York batting 9. I got him batting first. What a stupid manager. What an idiot. I said, you batting 9. When you was in Oakland, you batting 8. All of a sudden, you go to the White Sox. You're a leadoff hitter. You're Nick Switcher. You see 7 pitches, but you strike out 190 times. Yeah, come on. But I don't think I got to blame him. Now I look deep in myself and I go, I was an idiot. What a stupid manager you have when those guys have success batting 8, batting 9. Now you come to the White Sox, you batting first. That's why I got fired.
Yeah. Well, Ozzie, this has been awesome, man. Play hard, drink hard, have sex hard. Billy's gonna do it on Friday night, rough and rowdy.
I do want to point out though that Billy hasn't been drinking or having sex.
So
should
he's just gonna play hard.
I'm gonna fight hard.
Should Billy
He's gonna
fuck
fight
on
hard.
Thursday night?
No.
Yeah.
After work, yes, celebrate him.
Okay.
Yeah, all right,
Okay.
Billy.
After the
Celebrate him. I
fight,
see,
Medically, we have to get you laid on Thursday.
No,
he said after the fight.
After the fight.
Hold on. Are you married, Billy?
No.
Yeah, no.
No, he's not.
He's married to the game.
He's married to the game. He's married to the fight game.
Okay, well, you're not married. You do whatever you want, but after the fight, it's 3 things to celebrate, man. Play hard, drink hard, and have sex.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna just play video.
No, you're gonna
games.
have
By the way,
sex. No, he's gonna have sex.
No, I'm gonna
I
play
wish,
video.
I wish,
You will
I
be
wish I
having
had
sex,
that
Billy.
shirt.
Yeah.
I wish I had that shirt. I make a T-shirt.
Let's
You
do
have
it.
a T-shirt?
Let's make a
No,
T-shirt.
but I don't think I don't have it with me right now. I make a T-shirt with we call it the Gallo rule, the rooster rules. Nowadays, if you wear that in the clubhouse, you get fired.
Love
Yeah,
it. Love
yeah.
it. Well, yeah, maybe we can do the Gallo guys shirt,
Yes.
the Rooster guys.
Yes.
Work hard. Wait, no,
No,
work
it's
hard's
play
not
hard,
right.
play hard,
have
drink
sex
hard,
Play
have
hard,
sex hard.
drink hard, and have sex hard.
Yes.
Okay.
And you know me, through my career, I'm the only one. Play hard. The rest of that, I feel sorry for my wife.
All right, Ozzie. Thank you so much, man. We really appreciate it. It was great talking to you.
Thanks for the
And
advice.
make sure
Hey.
you tune in Friday night.
Excuse me, I turn in. We have a date.
Yes.
We watching then like we had a family reunion. We're gonna watch every fight, everyone. Every fight, everyone we're gonna watch it. And I see me have an argument where we're gonna watch it, say in my house. It's nicer, and the kids can go to sleep there. But I not miss that. By the way, we can talk on Monday about the fight if you guys want to. You know what I mean? Because I think it's going to be great. I think we need more of this.
Yes. Yes.
More fighting.
Absolutely.
We need more of that. If you don't like me, okay, you know what? We should do this.
Entertainment. Yes.
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
I think we need more of that. And I think
Duels.
that's a great idea. Hopefully people copy from this idea.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll be Jose, because I will pick the winner.
Okay. Perfect. I love it. Ozzie, thank you so much.
you
You're
so
a
much.
legend.
Thanks, Ozzie.
Appreciate
All
it.
right, guys. Thank you so much, guys.
All right.
Fun.
See ya. Okay, let's wrap up with Guys on Chicks. By the way, we got what Jeff Bezos is going to be doing post-Amazon life. Lenny Dykstra just tweeted him, Jeff Bezos, now that you're stepping down as head of Amazon, let's meet up and discuss a potential joint venture you and I can do together. So there it is.
I love that.
That sounds like that will be
2
the
days
future.
shipping on sex dolls.
Yeah, that's going to be – listen, you get those two minds in a room, we're really going – we've been talking about going to the moon a lot. We're going to the moon.
The sky is the limit.
Yeah. Hank. Guys on Chicks.
I mean, it's very clear that this is just an extension of his midlife crisis, right?
Probably.
He just got divorced, and he's like,
Just
you know
going to
what?
Get more cargo pants.
Being a CEO is taking time away from all the poon slang I could be doing.
And dinosaur bones I'm buying.
Yeah.
Hey, PMT boys, especially Sigbat and TFP.
Oh, damn.
Don't know why they wrote
just
it like that.
reversed it. That's
My
crazy.
boyfriend seems to be
Backwards.
obsessed with
They
my
like
belly
our
button.
asses.
He claims it's a joke, but I think there's a good chance he's serious. He calls it his honey hole. He constantly reaches to put his finger in it, and sometimes will beg for lint. On romantic nights, I'll put on lingerie, and he still goes straight for my belly button. So do guys joke about that kind of stuff, or am I dating a maniac?
Well, I know Brett Favre did that to Deanna all the time, but that was for like convenience purposes and how things fit together.
My honey hole. Oh, my God.
It's kind of weird. Isn't the belly button like a sacred place in certain spiritualities?
Sure.
Might be making
Billy?
it up. Is that where your chi is?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know about.
I do have a lot of lint in mine, deepest belly button in the world. Actually, John Cena tried to fuck mine, so it can happen.
We also asked people to send if they have advice for Billy, get their advice in.
Good.
This person says, I have some advice for Billy. Head body.
Yeah.
Yep.
Billy, who's going to be in that ring fighting?
Me.
That
All
not
of
you,
us.
not you,
Yeah,
not you,
Yeah.
not you. Head body.
Yeah.
No.
But all of us, Billy. You have a nation behind
Dude,
you.
I have so many people coming out and
Oh,
supporting me.
yeah, we know.
It's-
You had a guest list of like 150.
Yeah,
for
well,
an
you know
event
what? A
that doesn't
bunch
have
of
guests.
people wanted to come see me fight.
Big
We
Cat
don't
and I
even
got
have guests.
Big Cat and I got a text
I
on
didn't know
Monday
that.
morning.
I didn't know
saying,
that.
Hey guys, just wondering. Billy seems to be under the impression that he's bringing 40 people with him.
Yeah.
Did you
Okay.
guys tell him to do
And
that?
then I got another text
Okay,
the
you know what
next
it
day
is?
that said Billy invited his entire football team. There's 100 people he wants to
Dude,
get.
okay, look, I'm really bad saying
real?
no to people.
Yes.
yeah, we can tell.
I'm saying, it's like, no, the thing is, people reach out and be like, yo, dude, like, I can't, like, you know,
But there's
people
no.
that,
It's no. There's no.
I know, but
tickets.
it's so hard to
It's
say
a
no to
pandemic.
people.
It's a
Billy,
tell
it's
him it's a
very easy.
pandemic.
I know.
Easiest excuse
There are
ever.
no
There-
tickets.
Well, I
In the
did. That's
history
what I
of the
told
world.
them.
There's never been an easier out.
but it's
than
still
is
hard.
A pandemic.
No, but like think about it. Like I
Yeah,
mean,
no, I'm
okay,
thinking about
But
it.
once I said, well, I was trying to like, you know, in negotiation,
Yeah.
you shoot high, and then you see how many people you can end up taking.
Uh-huh.
So that's
Let's role
shot
play real
high.
quick. Hey, what's up, Billy? This is Lance. We played
Lance and
football
Troy.
together. Lance and Troy. Hey, can we get 40 tickets for the fight? We just want to be there to support you.
Yeah, we want to rage.
Shiva.
Sorry, it's a pandemic. You cannot come.
Oh,
Oh,
you,
but
you
please?
pussy! You think coronavirus is real?
You've changed.
Old
Old Billy would have done
lib.
this.
Okay, you guys.
Billy,
can
we
come.
were boys.
All right, thanks. Cool.
Remember when
We're
you
in.
drank at my dad's house?
It's cool, and we also have 50 more guys that we want to bring. We got to
Okay.
get us plus 50s.
No, okay.
And our guns.
Make sure there's room for our guns.
Billy
too.
can't say no to a
Bro.
person bringing a gun with him on this trip.
All right,
You guys
next.
try fighting, saying no to people who are supporting you.
You should be focused on the fight, Billy.
I'm
Yeah,
very
Billy.
focused
This
on
is
fight.
like- this
no,
is
it's
like
actually very
Super Bowl
Super
week.
Bowl
It's
week.
Super
Yeah.
Bowl week.
Yeah, it's fight week,
outsource
bro.
all those. Outsource
Yeah.
all those
to who?
questions.
To who?
Hank.
Jake.
Well, I try.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. Have
like-
I'm focused on the fight.
Just be like
Okay.
Jake's.
Focus on the fight.
Jake's
What was that?
taking care of all that
What?
stuff for me.
No,
I
it
didn't-
sounded like you were about to throw some shade.
I wasn't gonna throw some shade.
All right. Hey, PFT and Big Cat. Happy belated, by the way. I was wondering if something my boyfriend does is normal / how I get him to stop. He is obsessed with peeing in empty water bottles around his room. I feel like every time I go
There's
visit him,
nothing wrong.
he has a new
Nothing.
set of pee bottles, 1 to 3 at a
Yep.
time. He says it's because he never knows when he needs clean pee to get drug tested.
Yep.
I don't think he's even being drug tested. He's also constantly smoking weed with his friends, so it's never clean pee. Despite the pee, he's a very organized and relatively well-kept guy. Is this normal? Do guys just pee in bottles for fun, or is he just fucking weird? Also, how do I get him to stop?
This guy definitely thinks that if he just like lets he thinks that if he pees
like
in a
wine.
bottle and leaves it for a month, then it will be
It evaporates.
it'll be good. The weed will like you won't test
Yeah,
positive.
we get that
30
system in
days.
30 days. Yeah.
Yes. Out of the pee
If
bottle.
you leave it in the sun for 30 days, it actually turns into vinegar.
Oh man, I like this
Nothing's
dude.
wrong with
nothing's
piss
wrong
jokes.
with this dude.
No,
you're the one who's wrong.
Yeah, sounds like he's a
Chick.
pretty normal guy.
He he definitely thinks that. By the way.
Normalized
He-
piss jokes.
He
Yeah. Piss is
definitely
sterile.
yeah, he's dating them like wine bottles, and he's like, "Ooh, this is my April batch of piss."
You could also just get like some house plants and put them in the corner. I bet he'd be more likely to pee into those.
Uh-huh.
Or whatever happened to just putting something fun in the toilet to aim at.
Yeah,
You know?
Cheerios.
Yeah, rubber ducky.
Well, the worst is the urinals that have the X and that pops back up.
What?
No, the B. You aim at the B.
The urinals, they have the X, like the little, like the screw,
Yeah.
and so you aim for that, but it just pops it right back up.
So you
guys don't know what I'm
piss in
talking
your own
about?
No,
eyes?
you aim
I
at
have
the
never
B,
seen
the
that.
B emoji. The
All
little B you aim
urinals
at.
should have ice in it. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yep. The
Agreed.
ice
Just a
trough
fact.
is the goat.
Billy needs to not get hit in the face while also hitting Royd Boy in the face.
Okay, that's actually really good.
Shut
Conor
up,
McGregor
no.
didn't follow that rule.
I know. I've been working on that.
Okay.
He's got a small face though, doesn't he, compared to his body?
He's actually got a pretty big target head to hit.
Okay.
Billy,
Let's be real.
what's the tapering off here? Are you still sparring?
Oh no! My last sparring session was on Saturday.
Okay, good. Because I just had to point that out. Because there definitely was a world that you would like spar on Thursday.
Well, that was
morning.
one that you needed to bring your sparring partner. You said that at one point. You're like, I gotta get my sparring partner down there so I can spar before the fight.
No, but that was to
You
warm
said that
up.
to me. You
No,
said
that
that
was to warm up because it's a 3-minute fight. It's like there's no time to get warm. I was gonna. No, before he was gonna like when you spar, you don't always get hit in the face. Sometimes you're just working with the guy.
But
and,
that
like,
would be so you to come out already bleeding.
Yeah. You know what you should do, Billy, just to like get
What?
your heart rate up and get your adrenaline going? You should pay the guy with the gun to hunt you once you get to West Virginia.
yeah.
And then just spend your entire day
Dude,
trying to
That's
avoid
just
him.
great warm up.
some people are very responsible with guns.
No,
and they
I'm
bring them
Billy,
everywhere
I'm not
because
saying he's
they're
not.
good guys
I'm
with
saying
guns.
you tell him to
I think
hunt
that's
you.
a terrible thing to say.
What? No, there's good guys with guns.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm very I might just play video games all Friday because I just want this fight. I wish it was like right now because I just want to get it over with because I'm done the hard part. The waiting now is just aggravating.
What's this thing that you just sent us, Hank?
There's 2 songs we're gonna end with. One,
Okay.
this last advice
sea
is,
shanty.
"Hey Billy, don't zig when you should zag," and vice versa. And then this person texted us a tune. I thought we could all try and sing it together.
Billy, and then we'll have
And then we'll
PFT
play
and Ron's
PFT's
real song.
real
Okay.
song.
So I think I know the melody.
What is it?
There once was a man
man
to
named
fight Jose, and the name of that man was Billy No Way. The rat shot up juice, his balls shrunk down. He blew smoke on Twitter, soon made Billy the berserker. Oh wait,
Come.
he blew.
Did someone
smoke
make me
on
a
Twitter.
sea shanty?
Yeah, yeah.
Soon
Oh, fuck
may
yeah.
the berserker come to destroy Jose and internet scum. Friday when the shriveled rat's done, Billy take his money and go.
Soon may the berserker come to
Destroy Jose and internet scum. Friday when the shriveled rat's done, Billy will take his money and go.
Dude,
I mean, it should be soon may the Billy man come.
exactly.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Either way,
EDM
this is a
remix
better
that.
song. Ready
Someone
for it?
out there EDM remix it.
Love you
Let's-
guys. Here's Billy's real actual
numbers real
fight
quick
song.
before we play the song.
In
32.
99.
18.
Elephants have religion.
8. We pray love, baby.
Roll Tide.
99.
8.
95.
Elephants have belief systems.
That's crazy. All right, here it is. The world premiere
What was
in
it?
the style of Imagine Dragons. Me and Roan singing Punched.
95.